episode 23.
23, 23. How old are you?
Very old.
How old are you?
24.
Really?
Take the year, add 1 to it. That's me.
Damn,
99,
I thought
baby.
I thought you were going to be 23.
No, those are 2000s babies. Shout out to Kieran. Shout out to Nicole. Shout out to...
Like, Kieran's not 23.
Yet.
Kieran's 22.
I could be 23.
You're not, though. You can't be. 'cause
But
you
I
weren't
could
born.
be.
I could be 23, too.
But you're not.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, age is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. What's weird about it?
Like I have to look for jobs now.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
It sucks pretty good.
I mean, or you just go professional podcast.
I mean, yeah. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, so maybe the job won't really come down to that.
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
You know, nothing's worse than selling out, aka getting a job.
oh my god.
You know, do you feel like a sellout?
Me?
Yeah, do you feel like a sellout when you get a job?
I will once I get a job.
But
I
you've
probably
had jobs before. I mean, any job at all.
Yeah, but
selling
none
out.
of the it's not like what?
It's just exaggerating, just
Yeah,
hyperboling.
I see that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just like getting a job at the local grocery store, selling out. You know what I mean?
If that's selling out, then shit. I've been sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at this isn't fun, but I'm looking at like I'm like I can either get a job that like requires several interviews and is like at a desk in a building, or I can like work at a bar or like do something else. Like Uncle Joey does.
Want me to give you the pros and cons?
Yes.
So, if you don't do the office job, you're in like the cycle of feeling like everything you work towards is just like towards nothing, and that all your friends that did do that are like their skills are gonna, what's it called when something gets better over time?
Accrued.
Like they're gonna accrue, like
Yeah.
their skills and relationships will accrue value over time in a way that yours won't, unless you want to get into like restaurant management or something, which like nobody really does because it's shit. Like the money's like okay, like okay meaning like good, but like the hours are crazy and shit. But
Yeah.
on the flip side, you have a much better life in the short term than all your friends who do corporate stuff.
Yeah.
Like you could actually like meet people your age and you spend a lot of time with them. You get to hang out with them. There's like a good social element there. You just get better at talking to people in general, especially strangers. Like that was something before working at the bar that was like, even like in the times of my life where I was like better at it, it was always a little bit like, oh, that's a person. Like, oh, I'm just a guy who thinks all the time, man. Can I go home and read? And like now that's just gone. Like that just gets beaten out of you.
Damn.
And you get to respect yourself a little bit because it is like same thing. Like if it's not restaurant specific, but like anything that's like not like I watched a YouTube tutorial, look at my Excel skills, like anything that's like I like solved a problem for like real people that I can like look at and see, and like things got hectic and like I handled it and I have this thing I can do with my hands. Like
Right.
there's like a nice feeling to that. I would like recommend it to everybody for like a period of time, but it is a trap because you'll meet people who are like, they're like not old enough that you're like, oh, they're old, but like they're old enough where they're like mentally they've like built a cage that they're inside of now. We're like, I'm a person who works at a restaurant and they will never have health insurance. They will never own a home.
Yeah.
You don't want to be them, but at the same time, there's like there's some life that can be lived through it. So that's the pros and cons.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm in a group for one of my classes, and everyone was like one day just after class, they're like, like you guys are all graduating. Like, well, I've got this job lined up at this big building downtown.
At the building.
and this big desk job, and like Yeah, and I was just like, I'm gonna become homeless. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell everything I own and
Yeah.
live off of that.
Well, here's the thing, okay? It's really about what you want to do, because this
Yeah.
is. Do you agree with me on this? I feel like Kieran, he can succeed anywhere. You know,
Do you want to succeed?
Well, yeah,
but I feel like
it's-
whatever environment you're in, I feel like you can figure it out. You're not a stupid person. Also, you're likable. You know what I mean, if you're in an
Right,
office,
right.
it's like he's gonna gain range. It's not slow, like, you know. But it's really just if that's what you want to do. You'd be a great bartender too. You'd be anything, bro.
For sure, yeah.
Damn.
And like what I just asked was like actually like a serious question, because it's one thing to be like everyone would rather succeed than not succeed, but I think the thing that hits you once you're out of school is that not succeeding is like the default, and you actually won't feel bad about yourself for not succeeding. Like you can be a bum,
Yeah.
and like you kind of don't have to feel bad about that because it's the boat that everybody else is in.
Because
I
there's no
know.
more goal.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's-
There's no,
'cause
nobody's pushing
high
you.
school ends, and
Yeah.
there's that moment of like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And it's like, oh, I'm in college. No,
Right.
No, don't worry. I got
Yeah.
4 years. to
I
figure it
mean,
out.
like,
But
you're-
there's no more
yeah.
point.
Safe.
People,
Yeah,
yeah, people who care about you can have expectations for you, but
Yeah.
even that, at some point, like if they harp on that shit too hard, like that's just their problem. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's really all you at this point.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's like, that's exactly where I'm at now. Like, I feel like the past like 2 or 3 months, I've been like, oh, like I better sign up for that big desk job downtown. Like, I better get the application in. But it's like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do any of that. And then I don't know. Like, I guess in the past like few weeks, I just been like, damn, like I don't need to be doing anything right now. I'll just do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, working is stupid.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting a job is stupid and hard and
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Oh my god. I applied to like 30 sales jobs in the past like 2 weeks. Not cuz I want to work there, but just cuz I was like,
Sales is cool.
yeah.
You'd be great at that
Um,
too, bro. Seriously though.
Thank you, but this is so stupid. Like I did like 6 interviews this week just over the phone just cuz I just had nothing better to do. And one of them was like, okay, like you have the interview, but you need to call the next hiring manager. He wants you to call him, and it's a big deal. And I was just like, yeah, like shut the fuck up. Like I'm
Yeah.
not calling anybody.
Yeah.
You're a bitch. You know, I'm not. She wasn't a bitch, but
Right. No, she was a nice lady,
Shouldn't have
probably.
said that.
I get that too, where especially in like a job interview environment, I get very like not out loud, like I know how to be like a polite, respectable person who can like interview well, but like I get really in my head like antagonistic, like just like the way like people talk to you is like it's not like there's nothing even like wrong with it. It's just like the process of being in a job interview. It's like you were in a waiting room to get into a waiting room, you know what I mean? Like, because it was
Yeah.
annoying to get the interview. Now you're in the interview, and being in the interview still feels like what it felt like to not be like you're still like before a thing, you know? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
all like up on the roller coaster, and you're like, some just turn it off. Like I won't
No,
let me go
yeah.
home. Like
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
annoying. Yeah.
yeah.
The only, I mean, I've worked at the school now, which is like not really a hard job at all, because it's also like you never have to negotiate hours at all, because like I have school, and like
Yeah.
they can't say no.
Yeah.
But the only job I've had other than that was I worked at like Stop and Shop for like a month, and that was when I was like 17, and I had never worked before, and I had like no one told me anything about hours, so I just got like screwed. Like I went to the job interview,
Oh,
and they're like, "What hours can you work?" I'm like, "All of them." Like I'm like.
I don't have another job.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have any.
Anytime.
I'm like, it's the summer, like 7 a.m. to
That's-
11 p.m. So
Every day.
every day.
You must have gotten great hours.
No, I got two to 9 every day.
Oh my
But yeah, I got 2 to 9
God.
all the time. And then they were like, "Don't do the training course." I'm like, what? They're like, don't do it. And then I didn't do that. And then in like 3 days, they were like, "You're the only one here." And I was like, and they're like, "Hey, you have to use like the forklift thing and move like all the watermelons." And I was like, "I can't do that." Like,
forklift.
you know how they have that thing that goes
Yeah,
and picks up the
yeah,
piles? I was like,
yeah.
"I can't do that." He was like, "Oh yeah, you could probably do that, right?" I'm like, "No, I
Yeah,
can't."
you, that,
yeah,
that
Also, yeah,
requires
the-
like certification.
yeah, then, and
but-
they're like, "Oh, like the box crushing." They're like, "Do that. Also, be careful when you're tying, because once you finish, it goes up, and you have to tie like knots around it,
Yeah.
and they're like, be careful, it can go loose and cut you, like it could blind you, because they're really sharp. It's kind of like zip ties, but they're super
yeah,
sharp.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like minimum
yeah.
wage, like box store jobs.
Yeah.
I could never do that because it's just like, hey, do you want to make nothing and also like everything you do is like no supervision, and also low key like more dangerous than you would expect.
Yeah, it was
Oh
just
my
that it was
God.
like it was 1750, so it wasn't bad.
Oh, that's
It was-
nice.
It was just more like I was like going in there. I was like, I have no idea, and they just kind of like fucked me. Like there's that thing
Yeah.
of like, I mean, I guess that's how it is, but it's kind of like I don't know. I mean, 17 is a bit old to like get your first job, but I was like, I have no prior work experience. Like,
Yeah.
please don't just like use me. Like
Yeah.
when I like they should have been like, do you really want to say every hour? Like no, because then pretty quickly I was like, hey, can I get a day off? I've worked like fucking like 4 days in a row, like the worst shift by myself. I'm like, can I get that day off? They're like, no. And I'm like, I'm gonna take it off. And they're like, okay, well, you're fired.
Oh my.
Or they didn't even
God.
fire me. They moved me to another department. I was like, I just figured out this one. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I just stopped going because it's like,
That's the best part of having a job. You just stop going.
yeah.
I think about that all the
Yeah,
time.
'cause I was in produce,
Sleep.
and produce. The only hard thing was that they have the freezer full of shit. I was like, I have no idea where anything is. Like, it just take me forever to find anything.
Yeah.
As soon as I figure out where everything is, like, well, you didn't come in this one day. Although I asked like 2 weeks beforehand,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, but I just did it still. I was like, I'm not going. Then they're like, you're in seafood now. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, how is that gonna help, dude?
Yeah, is
Like,
that even like a demotion? Like, do you have to kill the fish?
no, it's just like oh great, now I have to do something totally else, and no one will train me on that either. And that's way more complicated than like that stuff. Open the box, oh, it's there. It's like I think you have to like cut fish and shit. I'm like, but I have like no like, yeah. The guy was like, just go get something. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna bag groceries for the day.
Yeah.
Damn.
And yeah, what a nightmare. But yeah, that's the thing. I still don't know that because I've never had a job where I have to negotiate hours. But like, how are you supposed to set a line? You know, like I want to make money, but how am I supposed to not like ruin my life? You know?
Yeah, it like restaurants are good for that because they respect school. You can just say
But
like,
like just in the summer.
yeah, you say you're going to school in the summer. Like they're not gonna fucking call it a school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there is like those like things that you can kind of tie yourself to negotiating wise. Like you don't have to like come in like a lawyer. You know, like at like
Yeah.
a 9 to 5. You can just be like, I got like this stuff and this stuff. Like this is what I want. And they're not going to give you too much of a problem, but it is like a thing where it's like, how much money do you want to make is the other thing.
Yeah.
It's like how much can you take? How much money do you want to make? Ride that line. Like for last summer, it was like I want to make all the money, so I'm gonna work all the hours, and I was just an insane person. It was
Yeah, because it's like I think I could take anything.
yeah.
It's just like where will I go? Where will my
Yeah.
mind go? And it's like I just don't have like really a good concept of like restraint at all. I just like I just do things. I don't know. I can't like pace myself really with almost anything. I overeat all the time. Like I'll fucking be like, well, there's like a whole batch of cookies at the dining hall. I have to eat like 7 of them. Like I have to.
Yeah.
So that's basically my philosophy for life.
Sometimes you do have to.
I do,
Overindulge
dude.
for Coop.
I ate like 10 cookies a day, dude. They're so good. It felt
do love
horrible every
cookies.
time. I went to D Hall 4 times. The first
Just
time,
for the cookies.
no, first time I had fucking 3 chocolate muffins, and then
Yeah.
each time after that they had cookies. I had at least 3 each time.
He was gone for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The people put like he's gone. Put out the next tray.
Yeah.
They put him out in his bag.
Yeah, it was like yesterday.
He's like a shark.
Yeah,
Just comes in from the waves.
it's like yesterday I only ate like once, so like today I was like I gotta catch up, which is like not how food works.
To
But
catch up.
I was like, I'll eat 4 meals today because I only ate like 1.5 yesterday.
Is
Yeah.
that not how it works?
Nope.
I was thinking about starting fasting again.
You fasted before?
Yeah, I used
Dude,
to do it all the time.
That is like so in line with you. Like always drop shit like this, and it's like for a second I'm like, whoa, but then it's like, oh yeah, never mind, it's Joey.
It's me. I do that. I haven't done that.
What was your like? Did you do it all the time? Did you do it like 7 days a week? What
No,
was
I mean,
your-
like I would do like a 24-hour one, like every week or every 2 weeks.
When was this?
Like college, like second. It was like before I got my shit together in college. Like I was like my first like 2 or 3 years in college, I was just like a literal lunatic,
Yeah.
and I like didn't know how to like live like a normal life. Like I couldn't like wake up. Like I would like I didn't know how to like wake up or like regulate my sleep schedule or like how to do anything, and I was just like always confused. Fasting didn't help. It makes you like delirious. But that was like one of the things I did. I was like, I don't know, people who know what they're doing do this, so like let's try that out. And it's like cool. It's like interesting. It's like I don't know, like when you get to hour whatever it is, like somewhere between like 9 and 13, you just stop getting hungry, period, and you actually your energy level doesn't really go down. Like it's just I don't know, evolution. We used to be monkeys who just walk around for days, and you just have that feeling where you're just
Your
like
body can't just give up.
You just like look at food and you don't have that like muscle memory, like because you just get in the zone, and it's cool. My only like funny fasting stories is that I always every single time, because then I like the way I gamed myself through a 24-hour one, like everyone, it's like people who like run, like everyone has like a way to like get themselves there, like any sort of like endurance thing. For me, I would just justify it. I'm not eating from sleep to sleep. I don't think about the hours. I don't look at the clock. If I'm mad at myself for fasting, I just go to bed. And like, but then that's how you make it. That's how you run out the clock.
So you just wake up, you have no concept of time, and then you just go to bed.
Because if you start being like, oh, I'm at hour 16, like this sucks, you just like you get anxious about it. And so like as soon as that started happening, I would just go to bed. But I would wake up the next morning and be like, oh, I can eat sick, and I would eat and just start doing normal things. Like, thank God I don't have to do that anymore. And every time I did a 24-hour one, I would forget that the first thing you eat after a 24-hour fast, it feels like a fart, but you're gonna shit your pants. And so every week or every other week for like 3 or 4 months, I shat myself every week. Like I would never like got out of the house because it comes on so quick because there's nothing in you.
God.
There's just a furnace going on with nothing in it, so you just drop a little slice of cold pizza in there, and it just comes out immediately. It feels like a light, easy fart. You're just like sitting at your desk and just I'm like, oh fuck. It's the worst, dude. It's the worst.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
So why did you stop doing it then?
I stopped doing it when I got this job because like
You needed to eat.
yeah, because like
Yeah.
if you get like lightheaded and delirious and anxious, and then you have like 12 things to do, it's just not you're gonna die.
Your bartender's just fucking staring at you.
Yeah, you're like, can I get a?
He's on hour
and-
10.
and, like I'm just like rubbing my own face, like just yeah.
staring
And
at the
especially like
clock.
doing long hours too on top of not eating was just like I
my
never even
God.
tried it. I just immediately
That
cut
sounds
it out.
like the worst hell
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's-
Damn.
You ever fast, June?
I have fasted. Sometimes, well, cause you can fast like till like 2 or like just
You like
for part of the
intermittent
day.
shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do that just unintentionally.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Well,
I
it's
don't.
like it's night. Like dining hall closes at 8. It's like yesterday I ate
That's
at
not fasting.
Yeah,
I said-
school
I
sponsored
went-
fasting.
I ate at 4 p.m. I stayed up till 2 a.m. That's fasted, bro.
True.
I didn't eat anything the whole time. That's time.
Dog, you're crazy.
That's fasting, bro.
Technically.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liked it?
I honestly, no, it just makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
Like it just makes me like dizzy.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I've no other difference. It's
That
just
is
discomfort.
why I did 24-hour ones, because there's like a little bit of like it's like you're doing something by doing it. Where it's like intermittent stuff, it's just like it becomes the clock game. Where you're just like 2 hours, 1 hour and 50 minutes, 1 hour and 30. Like it just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I mean, I used to like control my eating, but that's just like an eating disorder. So it's less like fun. It's more just like I'm gonna eat a slice of pizza for a meal, and then that will be it. I'll eat 2 slices of pizza a day, and then I'll see what happens.
Yeah. After I got this job, the only thing that I did start thinking about doing, because I was like, I'm not going to go back to fasting, but maybe I will just start puking. I'll just start fucking.
I never went there because I did this when I was like 14 because I was like I'm gonna lose weight, and I was like I can't not eat because if you don't eat, then when you eat, your body will just like take that on.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to
'Cause
always.
it's like we're starving.
Yeah, so it's
We
like
need-
I have to always eat. So I would literally order a pizza and then I'd eat it for a week,
Mm.
and then that's what I did, and it was a nightmare. But I mean, I did it because you can just do things. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that
If
is
you just
like
decide.
that
yeah.
is like a mental illness, but like you can just do it. You know,
Right. But
at
it's
some point.
I like it's like the bad side of a good thing. Like it's
yeah, it's self control, but it's like what the fuck?
yeah.
Like,
Right.
why don't I
Yeah,
do
use it on something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
read some books. Like, be like, I'm gonna read 50 books this year. Like, do some normal shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't-
Yeah.
I'm gonna not eat.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes I've definitely fasted for like full days before. Like I probably did one like in the past few months. I don't really remember when.
Intentionally?
Yeah, just like because sometimes it's just like damn, like I've been eating 3 meals a day, 7 days a week,
What's wrong with that?
365. It's just like damn, like I'm gonna
I'm
take
bored.
a break for a day.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna take a
No,
break.
that's,
I'm
a, that's,
crazy.
that's a crazy way to think of it.
Yeah.
Not really.
It's
Because
real,
the
but
point of fasting is like self control. It's not like, oh, I'm sick of eating. I'm sick, I'm sick,
Well,
right?
someone's like, you want a piece? You're like, oh, me? Yeah, right, bro. like,
Not my day. Like, I'm done with that bullshit.
well, that's
of
the whole
eating.
thing.
who do you think you are?
Yeah, dude, I'm done with lunch.
Dude, for Ramadan, Muslims can't drink water.
I know that's crazy.
When I fast, I drink
Yeah.
a ton of. I'd be drinking so much water.
That's like what they do to the superheroes. You know, the actors.
They give them water.
No, they make them not drink water because
So
when you get
their
like super
muscles-
dehydrated,
Yeah.
you look ripped. So they just can't drink water. They're doing a shirtless scene. For
Yeah,
the whole
no
day.
jacking
That's
off and
fucked
no
up.
water.
Yeah. And they made Hugh Jackman take more steroids. He's like 50. He's like, I don't want to do it again. But you have to. He's like,
Dunk his head in.
Oh.
Yeah. There's just a tub of amphetamines.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god. Yeah, I couldn't do a day without water.
Yeah.
right?
I love that shit.
That preach. That's powerful. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm a big water when thirsty guy, but water regular does like it makes me upset a little bit.
Really?
You're just like "Whoa," and it's just nothing.
Well,
What,
no
what
f-
do you mean?
No
nothing?
fun.
yeah. I'm not like that, but I am like where I just don't have restraint. Where it's like I'm not a guy who will be sipping on water. It's like I fill up my hydro flask, I chug it, and then I'll fill it up and chug it again. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'll drink like maybe half of it at once. Like I'll never like, a little sip. Like I'm drinking water. You know,
That's valid.
that's me.
Yeah, you guys are nuts.
You're nuts too, dude. You just said you just some days you're like I'm just sick of eating meals. That's the craziest thing that's been said.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Craziest thing that's been said is whatever the hell you were just talking about. 'Cause
Chugging
you
water?
are crazy. Yes.
Dude, he's no.
You guys
Chugging
hear about,
water's not crazy.
hear about Frank Ocean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hear about Frank Ocean?
What, do you hear about it?
Yeah.
You guys
What'd
hear
you-
about
what'd you
Frank
think?
Ocean?
I'm waiting for someone on the Frank Ocean subreddit's gonna edit together all the footage. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I heard he did another rendition of Solo.
Yeah. Oh, I heard he did a weird version of White Ferrari.
That too.
And people were talking
thought
about what?
Are you
Didn't
gonna
he
bring up
just-
his brother?
Did he just? I thought he just broke his ankle or something.
No.
Oh.
Or that I think that was a rumor, but no one knows. But because the controversy is just that he didn't perform that much.
Right.
Oh.
His publicist and shit rolled that out as an official story within the 24 hours after that he was performing like that because he had a broken ankle. And he actually, I was reading it before it started, he canceled for second weekend of Coachella. He's the headliner and he's not going to be performing. And it's on doctor's orders because of his ankle. It's not.
Yeah.
It's-
But yeah, because I saw a second of like him doing a version of White Ferrari. I saw people wondering if because he said he had like 50 versions of that,
Mhm.
and he had his brother choose the one that's on the album. So I wonder if that's one of those other versions or if it's like a new remix thing. Yeah, but I saw the speech he did about his brother, so that was nice.
Was it sweet? I didn't look at it.
Yeah, because his brother passed away
Yep.
this last year. Which I mean, sucks. He was like so young. But he talked about how one of his favorite memories with his brother was going to Coachella and watching Ray Stremmerd with him. So he's like, that's why I'm doing this. Because everybody, Frank Ocean fans are stupid, where they see him doing Coachella. New album's coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
This is how he's gonna drop the album. He's gonna go to Coachella and he's gonna play the album. And he's gonna release it. And he's like, no, I'm just doing this like for my brother in memory of him, which is cool. I mean, apparently the set sucked, but I mean, I've heard like the 3 songs he performed normally were really good,
But
and then it's like that weird shit of like he had a whole ice rink there and he had them take it down. You hear about that?
Yeah.
He had them like build a whole like skate rink, and then they had all these performers training for it, and then like the day of, he's like, take it down, and and then it's just a bunch of people walking on stage because of that, because they didn't know what to do. But so people were pissed. Also, I think he showed on like the screen they had some security guy twerking or some shit, which is like, that just sounds like some Frank Ocean shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not really. I mean, I guess I'd be mad if I spent like $4,000 to go there, but also that's trying to Coachella.
That is kind of.
It's hard to feel bad for people who
Yeah.
are at Coachella because they're probably the worst people you've
Yeah,
ever met in your life.
it's really just
Yeah.
like what else? I mean, does Frank Ocean really need to give us anything else? He's good.
No.
Like that's the thing. Like I'm not desperate for an album at all.
No.
Like
yeah.
I'll love anything he puts out. I mean, I've loved the singles he put out like 2 years ago, like DHL, In My Room.
And here's something crazy.
What?
That was 2017.
No, those you're talking about different things. The blonded singles were 2017, like Chanel and stuff. But then in like 2019, 2020, he did like DHL, In My Room, and then Little Demon, which is like kind of leaked. He did a few like
Is
that.
was Provider?
Providers like blonded singles.
That was my mess up. I thought Provider was like.
Yeah, so those were like 2017, and like Biting, those were like 2017, and then like he had the few new ones that seemed to be teasing an album because they had a connected like aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
But then that album never came out.
I feel like there probably was one, and he just didn't.
Yeah,
want to do
for
it.
sure. Because I mean, that's what he says on DHL. He's like files like all turn new,
Yeah.
sound old, some shit like that. Where he's like, I've had new albums just to put them out. But it's like, I don't know. He's awesome. He doesn't really need to put anything out.
Yeah.
Like, just listen to Blonde again.
Yeah.
Like, are you really sick of it? Like, I mean,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
great. Like,
Yeah.
throw it on again. Watch Endless. It's fun.
Yeah. People bother me who feel like artists deserve them things.
Yeah.
Like there's an infinite amount of shit. Like
Yeah, totally.
And there's so many like Frank Ocean clones out there. Just go find a good song, man.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah. What do you feel about artists like needing to give people stuff?
They don't need to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, whatever. He's an ocean, you know.
Yeah, he's cool.
It's complicated. He's bumpy. He's blue.
Yeah.
He's-
Why don't
yeah.
people get mad at the fucking Eagles for not letting them put American Wedding on streaming? How about that? Yeah. You know that song?
Mm-hmm.
You know that one?
Is that why Nostalgia Ultra isn't on streaming?
I think so. Maybe there might be another clearance too, but maybe not, because there's like the Coldplay is totally fine with it. Like as soon as that album came out, like the first track is Strawberry Swing, and Coldplay was like, "Do you want to go on tour with us?" I think
Yeah.
he didn't because some scheduling thing, but they instantly were like, "You should come hang out with us."
Yeah.
So it's like those would probably be chill, but there's on Nostalgia Ultra, his like first mixtape, the last song it's just the entire instrumental of Hotel California. It's just like a karaoke version,
Yeah.
but it just has totally different lyrics. And it's awesome, and like different chorus too. It's not like Hotel California. It's like totally
But
different.
it's the same, like,
Yeah,
that's
the
cool.
whole same. But because it's a mixtape, you can do it.
Yeah.
But like it'll never go on streaming because the Eagles are like, fuck Frank Ocean. Like he's a fucking asshole for doing that. That's our song, and it's like Jesus Christ, bro. Like you'll get money if it's
The
out there.
Eagles more like the fucking Boomers. What the
Fuck the Eagles. People like Eagles are the highest selling album. Fuck you. Who the fuck is buying that Eagles best of? Stop buying it. It's fucking lame. Who does a fuck? Do you guys know more than one Eagles song? I don't.
I do.
Hotel California. That's it.
Well, there's
give a
whole,
Bro, fuck the Eagles.
yeah, they just
No, they got hits. They got hits.
But it's like not best song. People with best selling album. It's like no, the best selling album of all time is Thriller. It's like studio albums are all that counts. Best ofs don't count. That's true.
Yeah, I mean Steely Dan, nerds like them, it's like best sounding album ever. If I want to test my speakers, I'm just gonna put on some Steely Dan.
That's different though. That's just
I
like
thought that's what you're saying.
no. I'm saying no.
Oh, best
selling.
selling. Oh,
Because
yeah.
people that because Eagles' best of is the best selling album of all time, but it's like that's a fucking best.
Right,
of.
it's
That
like
doesn't count.
them, Thriller.
Yeah.
Metallica has one, AC/DC has one, Pink Floyd's like
Yeah.
number 3 or something.
But Thriller's like the one because it's like an actual album. Like they
Right.
just made that shit, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I'll just buy that all the time."
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, I got one for my car. I got one for my house. You know what I mean? That's Thriller, and it's great. You know?
Damn. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Damn. You
Yeah.
guys,
Art. What?
you guys got any upcoming movies you wanna shout out?
Beau's Afraid is probably gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited.
New Ari Aster. I mean, I just hear more people getting pissed about it, which is probably awesome.
Right, and I follow a lot of like box office like subreddits and
Yeah.
stuff. I think it's interesting to me, but
Yeah.
all that stuff is like right now they're like it's gonna do so bad
But
because the
it's-
audience
yeah.
reaction is so divisive. But
Yeah.
every single movie he's had has had a polarizing reception, and then
Yeah.
they've all gone on to do well
Yeah.
because it's not polarizing. Like some people like it and some people think it's bad. It's like when I saw Midsommar walking out of the theater, there was like a dad in the audience who like his kids brought him to it, and he was like like he was like exasperated. Like he couldn't find words. He's like that is the weirdest, the worst, most bad. But like that's a good Like it's
Yeah.
good to like get under somebody's skin so much that like
Yeah.
they're animated. It's not like they left the theater like yeah we shouldn't have gone to that. It's like
Yeah.
they leave the theater like
You get something. Yeah.
you know.
Did you hear
And
that
that's
thing
sick.
about like in like the first like 6 theaters it opened in though it like made a bunch of money.
Good.
Like it was only 6 theaters, so it wasn't a lot, but it was like the most that like an A24 movie had made like divided by theaters since like Uncut Gems,
Yeah.
which is like it's awesome.
I don't
mean,
put a
it's
ton of stock
cool.
into that because it's like
Yeah.
some movies.
6 theaters is a bad sample size.
Well, no, it's not that it's bad sample size. It's that the 6 theaters are always in metropolitan areas, so it doesn't
Yeah.
say how it's going to do nationwide. It says how well
Yeah.
it's going to do in New York and Los Angeles. Like,
Yeah, with a bunch of little freaks.
yeah, right, exactly.
There you
Like the
go.
freaks will come out in the cities, but will they come out in Massachusetts and Maine and North
Yeah.
Dakota? I don't know. Like, what's that? There's a remake of a movie with a dancer.
Suspiria.
The Suspiria remake made bank in its opening weekend. At like it played in like New York, L.A., San Francisco, whatever. It made a boatload of money, and then it came out everywhere, and nobody gave a shit.
It
'cause
had a
it's like-
Tom York soundtrack.
right?
I don't give a fuck.
Nobody gave a
I
shit.
didn't see it.
Yeah, me neither.
I listened to that Tom York song though.
It was
It's
good.
Suspiria. It's good. It's fucking banging.
Yeah.
That's I don't know what else movies are coming out. I'm on. I was
gonna be
telling
a
Kieran
couple.
about this. I've been all on TV.
Yeah.
I'm
true.
on it. I
watch
just want
Barry?
I just want slot. Yeah, Barry. But I mean, but more
You
so.
watch Newberry?
Yes,
Yeah.
but more so. I just want.
We have
I've
to
just
kill
been I've just been
Barry.
watching Smallville.
Okay.
I just want like shitty TV. Like it's good, but you know what I mean.
Bro, get on Pluto.
I just want
Get
like
on
20.
Pluto with
Yeah,
me.
dude, I totally should. So I've been watching that. I'm watching Daisy Jones and the Six on Amazon Prime. Just like give me fucking shows, bro. I'm just on that.
Yeah,
right now.
watch some Teen Wolf or something.
Yeah, dude, it'd be great. I want to watch Columbo. I just want to watch TV. But yeah, do you see Barry?
I didn't see the new season.
Oh,
We have to kill
Kieran.
Barry.
Kieran, what the fuck?
Dude, my mom has 2 HBO Max accounts. She bought another one during the pandemic. She was like, I don't have HBO Max. I'm going to buy it. And she bought another one. And I was using one of them and it expired.
Jesus.
Life is hard.
Dude, you gotta get on it, dude. 2 episodes.
Have you guys? Oh,
Dude, 2 episode premiere.
okay.
2
well, I
of them are
didn't-
out.
Okay, well, fucking, let's.
It's great.
Dude, I don't have HBO Max.
It makes me nervous that it's ending.
I'm not worried at all, bro.
I'm worried. It feels premature to me.
No, I'm not worried.
I feel that way too, just from the previews, just like seeing him in jail, like I'm gonna kill you. It's like, what's
Right.
gonna happen?
Because we're 2 episodes in, and this is like a very minor spoiler. Like he's in jail, and like they're already like getting him out of jail. Where I feel like he should have gotten broken in jail a little bit, and they do that like with they have a scene which is like fucked up shit happens to him in jail. Like jail is hard, but like there is no like we're in jail now. Like we're already like stuff's happening. We're gonna do things. We have to kill Barry. You know, like it's stuff's going on, and I
Yeah.
like that just made me feel like I don't know. We could have had like half a season in here, and I would have like enjoyed it. But like we're not gonna. It's definitely not gonna happen.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I disagree. The show's like fast paced. It's 30 minutes.
That's true.
It goes. That's like my favorite part about it is that like so many fucking shows now. It's like hour-long episodes. I watch Barry. It's like the fucking flew by every time. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, I like
Yeah.
30 minutes
Yeah,
better than
it
I, like.
does.
There's rarely a show that justifies an hour an episode.
Yeah,
That's true. Do we know how many episodes they're gonna
10.
have? 10.
it's like 10 every season, right? I
Yeah,
think.
something like that. I think this one's only 8.
Oh damn, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's,
like we're like almost there.
Yeah.
Like
damn.
Yeah,
6
But we-
weeks
I
and
mean,
Barry's over
yeah.
forever.
it's till
That's
like
fucked up.
June. In that way, it's long. You know, it takes
Yeah.
a week. You know what show just wrapped up? Mandalorian, season 3.
Did you keep up?
Yep,
My boy at work said it was pretty good. Are you?
fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Absolutely
Uh-oh.
horrendous season,
damn.
bro.
You didn't like the standoff?
The standoff?
I don't know. My boy at work was like, "Bro, this is the second episode in a row. Me and all my roommates were standing. We were like, this is crazy. It was the best like standoff in cinema history."
Dude, it's the show looks horrible.
Ugh.
It's written horrible. Pedro Pascal is not in it anymore. Season 1, he takes his helmet off once.
Yeah.
Season 2, he does it twice. And this season, the whole time he didn't take his helmet off. And I'm like, okay, I mean, they're gonna have it the last episode at least, right? Because like to show he's still there, he did not take it off. He was never on this fucking set for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Never. Just went nowhere. The only good season was season 1. Season 1 was really good all the way through. Season 2 had like 2 good episodes. This season, just nothing. It just devolved. It just was like, cults are awesome. Nothing matters. Every episode sets something up and then just stops halfway through. And it's like, it's all written by Jon Favreau. There's like, what's going wrong? Like, he just picks up the torch and just drops it every episode.
Yeah.
And it just went nowhere. And I don't give a fuck about any of the characters. It's just like, no one takes their helmet off. The whole show, now it's all Mandalorians. Like, season 1, it's like The Mandalorian. And there's like no other ones. And it's like, like every episode he meets these characters because he's on the run. There's like a thing. Season 2, he's not on the run. Season 3, he's not on the run. There's like no motivating thing. This season is just him being like, I want to redeem myself from my cult. It's like, why don't you move on, dude? You're fucking dad.
Yeah.
You're lame. Can I spoil it?
Do it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, he has his Baby Yoda for fucking forever. The end of the season is like, oh, well, I'm going to adopt him. It's like, dude, he fucking lives with you, you fuck. How is, and I saw people on Twitter, like, with magic brains are like, oh my God, it's so emotional. It's like, he lives with him. He's, what do you mean he adopted him? Like,
Yeah.
he lives with
This
him.
is common law
It's
parenthood.
like not
Yeah.
set up at all. It's like as if the beginning was like, I don't know if I want to live with this fucking Baby Yoda. It's like, it's like no setup at all. Just like, how is this emotional? It's just like so stupid, and it's just like, it's just the worst. It's so bad. Like, why? Who is it for? It's just for like weird people. It's just like playing with action figures, pretty much, is the show. Like, season 1 was like fun because it's like every episode it's like a little, oh, I'm on the run, but oh, these people want me to do this, and it's like,
It was
that's-
like a video game.
yeah,
Like side
it's
quest.
fun. Yeah, it's a little fun journey, and it's like he like grows up, kind of, you know, because he leaves his people and then goes on this journey and like all this stuff. And then it's just like all the other ones. It's like nothing. There's like one episode this season that's like that, and it's fun. And it's like the only episode that's worth anything, and it's the one with fucking Lizzo in it that people were really upset about that she was in it.
That's crazy.
It's just the worst, and like, I don't know.
Dude, who is Lizzo in the Star Wars universe?
She's the queen of this planet with Jack Black. Jack Black's the king
That's awesome.
of this planet.
That's so.
And all the episodes like just like a fun little like sci-fi thing where it's just like all the droids are acting up. What is
Yeah.
it? And it's like, oh, some guys control it. It's like, yeah, that's like fun.
Yeah.
Is the idea like per like if they have people like that like per episode is the idea to kind of like have cameos like that, or is it just like
Kinda.
a like
It's kind of like people will comment because it's really is like most episodes are self-contained. I mean, when it's right. This season's just like there's like 3 episodes of him where like nothing happens, but like yeah, like season 2 is one episode and it's like, oh, the bad guy of the episode is like it's Michael Biehn. That episode sucked though. He had nothing to do. It's like crazy.
Is
yeah?
Mandalorian the show with the Breaking Bad villain in it?
Yeah, he's really lame too. It's crazy because season 1 he's just like there for like the last 2 episodes, and it's like, oh, he's a threat. It's like fine, and it's like not really about that. You know, he doesn't have like a personal thing
Yeah.
against him. But then it's like they
That's
really hyped him up
crazy.
in like this season, and it just ended up being like nothing. And it's like you know nothing about him.
Right.
It's like, why does he want to fight the Mandalorian so much? Just as like he beat him once.
All the like this is one of the only things I know about new Star Wars. All like the lightsaber variations kind of bum me out because it shows like a lack of interest in the source material. A little bit like how Rey had the white lightsaber and how the Breaking Bad guy is like the dark saber and stuff. It's like, like you had like an interesting like technology thing like handed to you. Like if you just like explore that, like it's cool, but like they're just like, no, it's cooler now that we're doing it. Like it's like, and it's lame. Like you look at like Rey's Rey's one didn't bother me. I watched the movie and I was like, it's fine. I actually like Rise of Skywalker. But like the Darksaber thing, I saw it and I was like, this is just kind of like silly. Like you needed to make a lightsaber cooler. Like what a fucking layup to be handed a script and you're allowed to use lightsabers. Like you've been handed like one of the most like famous, like most loved, like me at 8 years old would have killed somebody to hold a real lightsaber. Like would have like strangled. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's just like, you can use that. Like it's already cool. You don't need to be like, ooh, but it looks like you got it from Party City. Like, like, it's silly.
Yeah.
Damn.
But the thing is too is like the Darksaber is like, I don't care about stuff being cool, but there's like an interesting idea of it where it's like the Mandalorians, like you win it by combat, and if you have it, you control them. And it's like that's the interesting thing that's like in Clone Wars, where it's like Darth Maul like kills the leader of them, and he's like, I have it, I'm your fucking leader now. And then a bunch of them are just like, okay. And that's like the interesting thing of it.
Right.
And then it's crazy. They just drop the ball on the Mandalorian because it's like the end of season 2 is like he gets the Mandalorian gets it, and then it's like, oh, but he's not the what? He can't do that. And it's like, oh, he's gonna have beef with like the girl who's like royalty.
Yeah.
It's like, but then the next season, nothing happened. Literally, it's like one episode. He's like, oh, 3 episodes. He literally pauses and says, 3 episodes ago, I fought a bad guy, and the bad guy beat me, and then this lady beat the bad guy, so she gets the Darksaber because trial by combat. So actually, she controls the Mandalorians, and it's like, what the fuck is this show? Like, how? Like, do you guys know what drama is?
Yeah.
Like, there's no conflict at all. It's just like insane. Like, I don't know. Just watch Andor or something. Like, just don't watch fucking Mandalorian. Like, if you want to watch some fun Star Wars shit, watch season 1. Also, season 1 was cool. There was no lightsabers. Like, the Darksaber is like post-credit thing, and it's like, oh, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like there's like no lightsabers in it. It's just like bounty hunters and shit. You know?
I guess.
Yeah, sure, it's bullshit.
Earlier, Matt described television as slop.
Yeah,
he
which
was
I
like, I
just
just need
want it.
more of it. I just need slop.
Yeah, just like let me wash some of my eyes. I see 2 characters fighting. I'm like, ooh, who win? Not fighting like battle, but like.
I think you're about to get into sports. Is what's about to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're about to get
I
in baseball
should.
heavy. I'm gonna walk in the apartment. It's gonna be you and Matt O'Halloran just watching the fucking Orioles. Like,
It's
bro,
only a matter of time.
you see that there's a shot clock in baseball now, bro.
I just need to like ask someone like, what are the rules? Like once I do that,
Right.
then I'll get into it.
Yeah, and then it's
I'm just
real.
at that point where if I watch sports, I'm like, I don't know the rules.
No,
I can't get into it. But once I know that, I probably will.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah. I
Yeah, we
don't
could
know.
go to a game.
Could.
Yeah.
I downloaded DraftKings a few days ago.
Dude,
I
you
only
dog.
downloaded it because my older brother was making money. My older brother and my younger brother are like, you should get DraftKings.
you don't need a job.
I
This is
I don't need a
sales.
job.
DraftKings.
Yeah, it's so stupid. But like, yeah, like my 16-year-old brother is making like not like he's making like, you know, you don't get a lot of money. It's like maybe $20 per game or something. But he like loves basketball, so he's like every game he's
Yeah.
like, I know who's gonna, yeah. But so I'm gonna hire someone to do my DraftKings.
Yeah.
I don't think that's legal at all. On the app they said like you cannot like talk to anyone about this. like yeah,
Wait, it's Fight Club. Don't tell people we're doing this.
kind of.
Yeah.
One time I was sitting with Evan and Rob at the dining hall, and then a guy in the booth like next to us turned around and said, "Hey, you guys know DraftKings? You do it?" And we were like, no." And he's like, "Okay," and turned around, and he wasn't alone. He was full of people,
Yeah.
but he just like paused his.
He wanted to show
conversation.
you something.
Guys. You
He's
guys,
like,
do,
see
you
this
guys do
parlay I got set
DraftKings?
up? You're like, I don't know what that means.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't know. So he broke the rule. but
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell on him.
My,
Hey,
my dad's grandpa was like a bookie back in the day. Like when sports betting was super illegal, he owned a bar, and at the bar there was a phone in the phone, like, but he couldn't take bets at the bar because people would see and they would report him. So there was a phone line from the bar going upstairs, like just this like straggly, just little like wire going up the stairs to his office, and it would like ring. And I think the phone was at the bar actually, but it would ring, and he would have to pick up the phone and leave the bar to take the bets, and then he would come back and put the phone away.
yeah.
I was like, that's sick. I love the mob.
Can I talk about Superman?
No.
I haven't been on Superman.
You got 30 seconds.
I'm
looking at Kieran.
I rewatched Superman 1, and I watched Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, since the last time, and I've seen like 7 episodes of Smallville. Just been on Superman. Movies are pretty good. You know, you've seen them, right?
Like, I saw the old ones when I was a kid. Like, I was sleeping at my aunt's house in New York, and we were in the basement. They were just on TV. There was like a Superman movie marathon. I had a great time watching those, but I don't remember them at all.
Yeah.
I watched like the Moody,
Superman Returns.
yeah, the one from the X-Men guy.
Yeah.
I saw that in theaters with my dad, and I remember being like lukewarm on it as like an 8-year-old. I was like, I saw Superman. Like the only real memory I have of it is when he went to like the Arctic to the Castle of Loneliness or whatever it's called.
Fortress of Solitude.
That I remember walking out of the theater being like, that was kind of cool, but like I don't remember what the fights were or anything. And my dad was like, that sucked, because like he grew up with like the actual like the old one, so he was like,
Yeah.
he was like, they made Superman like a boring, like, how do you make Superman boring? You know. And then Man of Steel was Man of Steel.
Yeah.
People have opinions on that, and it mostly has nothing to do with the movie. Good villain. Okay, movie.
Man of Steel was an awesome first experience. I saw it with like my cousins when I was at 11.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
Have you seen the old Supermans?
Haven't seen one of them.
Damn.
But in the movie I Am Legend, there's a scene
Yeah.
where they show the poster of the.
Of what?
It's like I think it's Batman and Superman
Yeah.
in the same movie.
Way before.
Way before they called it.
Yeah. But they're good. I mean, the cool part of Superman. I mean, Superman 1, the first 40 minutes, fucking unbearable. Because it's just Krypton, like, and it's just Marlon Brando keeps saying Krypton. He keeps saying Krypton, and then because he's saying that, everybody else around him has to say it too.
Yeah.
But then when it's later, it's just like Christopher Reeve just says Krypton because he's not in scenes with Marlon Brando. Like he talks like to his head once. But yeah, the beginning sucks dick. It's like half hour there, nothing. Like Man of Steel, the first like half hour is there, but it's like stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Like you can say like, oh, it shouldn't be there, but it's like stuff is happening. Nothing happens. They just like look at each other and stuff, and like they set up Zod for the second one. It's like, what if Man of Steel happened for the first 40 minutes, but then Zod wasn't in the movie?
Yeah.
It's like mind blowing. But then Young Superman stuff's fun, and then the rest of the movie's like kind of fun. Like when Superman. So Superman at the end, there's 2 rockets because Lex Luthor loves real estate. So he says, I'm going to send a rocket that's going to blow up at the tectonic plates, and it's going to destroy like California. So he's going to buy all this land like next to it that's like worth nothing. He's like, but it'll be super high in value because people have to move.
That's such like a Wall Street bets like plan. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy
it's
this.
so stupid. That's awesome.
Yeah. So he does that.
Uh-huh.
And so, but then like one of his like goons, like he sends another rocket just to Philadelphia or something,
Yeah.
like just for like collateral.
Yeah.
And then she's like, but Mr. Lucid, my mom lives there. He's like, I don't give a fuck. and then he like puts kryptonite around Superman's neck and just throws him in like a pool. So Superman's just like drowning to death in like 2 feet of water.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Superman, I'll save you, but you have to save my mom first. So he does. And then he has to go the other way. And Lois Lane is like at the other one. So he's too slow. So she dies. She gets fucking suffocated by dirt. And then Superman pulls her out. And then he just like screams. It's actually like crazy. Just like Superman has like not been emotional the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a full scream and then flies up and spins the world around.
I
the
remember
opposite
that.
way
I remember
for
watching that.
time travel.
Yeah.
And then just saves. It doesn't really explain how he, like, are there 2 of them now? Like, how does he have the time? You know, is he just
Right.
fast? It doesn't really explain it.
When
But
I was
it's
8 years old, I
awesome.
saw that on that little shitty box TV in the basement. I was like, "This movie is crazy."
Yeah, because it's like it doesn't really make sense, but just the emotion of it is awesome. Because
Yeah.
he's like, no, he's like, but it's crazy because I didn't know all the behind the scenes till now. But so Superman 1 and 2 were filmed at the same time, not back to back. Fucking like all the Daily Planet scenes for 1 and 2 were filmed back to back, which is like holy shit.
Yeah.
That's so much to do. Like they were saying, it's like 500 pages of script
Wow.
doing it at once. And after Superman 1, they they like paused filming to finish like getting all the special effects for the first one. The studio just fired Richard Donner, the director, because they just didn't like him for some reason. And or like originally, I don't think he wanted the time travel ending for the first one, but I think they somehow managed to get him to do it. So then, because like Guilds, like the new director had to direct more than 51% of the movie, so they had Richard Lester, who directed A Hard Day's Night. Like he loves like slapstick comedy shit.
Yeah.
They had him redo a bunch of scenes because they just needed to get more than 51% of the movie his. So it just made Superman 2 like all slapstick and weird. But then like 30 years later, when Superman Returns came out, they had like a release the Donner cut. Like just it's like weirdly like similar to the Snyder cut thing, where they finish his version kind of like it's kind of unfinished. Like they use a screen test for one scene because they never filmed it. Because like the main difference is just Superman 2, in his version, Lois Lane instantly figures out he's Superman.
Yeah.
She just like looks at the newspaper and she's like, "Oh, it's you." Like once she sees them back to back, it's like, "Oh, it's you." She draws like glasses on Superman. It's like, "Oh, it's you, Clark." And he's like, "No, it's not." And it's actually like really funny because like she's like, "You're Superman," and he's like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "I'm gonna jump out this fucking window right now," and she does. She just jumps off the building like.
That's a good scene.
And she's like, "You're gonna save me," and he's like, "No, I won't." And he doesn't. He runs down the stairs and then he does like his wind like breath thing to slow her down. So then she like falls and like bounces off and lives. But he's like, Lois, Lois, are you okay? Like the Superman is too slow this time. I just like that's like their dynamic.
Yeah.
But then in like the Superman 2 that actually came out, it's just Lois Lane is just like a fucking idiot. Like never figures it out.
Yeah.
And instead of that, they replaced it where she jumps off of Niagara Falls. and he just, I don't think he just doesn't do anything. I think he just lets her
Lets her
fall
go-
in the
yeah.
water.
Dude, is she okay?
Yeah. But so his version is like fun and they have a nice dynamic and stuff. There's some weird bullshit about like, oh, I can't love you and be Superman. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
And then the crazy thing is that so he originally wanted the time travel ending for Superman 2. So when he was doing his version, he's like, I'm just gonna do it again. So now it like doesn't make sense, but you watch him. He just does time travel twice,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because he just does time travel at the end because Lois knows who he is, and he's like, we can't be together. And they have like a tearful scene where he's like, well, I'll see you at work tomorrow. And it's like it's really sad that they can't be together.
Yeah.
But he defeated Zod and all that stuff, and then he just time travels, so none of it happened. And it's like, what the fuck? And then it's like Lois kind of remembers. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
why would you time travel to?
I feel like
undo
there's
everything?
another movie I saw that did that.
And then, but then the actual directed version is Superman kisses her and gives her amnesia, which is horrible. But it's also like, why the fuck are you time travel? I don't know. But they're fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Superman.
Only thing I have to say about Superman is I realized like in the line at Market Basket the other day that it just popped into my head. They only cast Lex Luthor in the new ones as Jesse Eisenberg because he was Mark Zuckerberg in the Social Network, and they're like, Lex Luthor, it's Mark Zuckerberg. Like that was
Yeah.
all the thought that went into it.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's awesome.
So,
He's a computer guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
But Superman, you know.
Superman's pretty good.
Karen.
Karen, get off the
Nerd.
computer. What's Karen doing on that computer?
Watch porn.
Yeah.
Jack dicks. Karen.
Yart.
Bring me back, Karen. I'm dying.
And I've watched Smallville. Smallville's silly.
It is.
I kind of wish there was no villains. I just wish it was just Clark being angsty as a teen.
Yeah.
But every episode's like, somebody touched kryptonite, they're fucking evil. So you just like stop them. Like, whatever. It's fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
I love. I like TVs and movies because they're an escape from reality. You know. This shit sucks. Am I right?
It's true, bro.
I started watching this show called Murderville, which is you guys like Will Arnett, right?
I've heard
Where
about
you see his
this.
commercials, he's great.
Is this the improv show?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a little
It's
bit
like
of
a mystery
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah.
He's
He
a
just
detective?
the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing. He's a detective. Every episode, he's like, "By God, we got another murder," and he just has like some guest on, and he's like, "Who's my rookie now? My new rookie?" And then it's like, you know, Conan O'Brien, and he like actually has no idea what's going on, and he's like, "Rookie, take a seat," and it's just awesome.
Who was the football player in it?
Oh,
was
Beckham,
awesome.
Odell. Beckham.
It was Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, he was awesome in it. I
Yeah.
loved him. He was so likable. They brought him back. Did you see for the Christmas special?
I didn't
Did you get the?
know.
Oh, just for like a cameo. They bring him back. This is my old rookie. He was the best. And you're like, yes, he was. Like,
Dude, I love that.
I think the Christmas special is the Ozark guy, Arrested Development,
Yeah.
Air. What's his name? Matt, bail me out.
I'm so close.
Ozark.
The guy from Air, and he's on Arrested Development. Michael,
Maybe.
Teen Wolf 2. He's in Teen Wolf 2. He's in Game Night.
Yes.
I just watched Game Night the other month too.
This one's gonna be hard.
No,
He was
I'm so
in The
close.
Outsider, HBO Stephen King
I
miniseries.
I say he looks like I say he has the same vibe as one of my friends all the time. I should know his.
Fuck.
Kieran, what is it?
I thought one of you was gonna know immediately once I said Ozark.
I don't even watch Ozark, but I've seen Arrested Development.
Ugh,
This is.
I think it's Michael.
no.
Guys, who is
It
it?
hurts. Kieran, you know what I'm talking about, right? Did you
Look
see
up
his
look up
face?
Aircast.
Yeah.
I think it is Michael.
He was the guy in Air that had a daughter.
Aircast Michael.
No, don't look
What?
Michael, dude.
Need internet first.
You don't look up Aircast. It's just people. I think it is Michael, bro.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh no. Where the fuck is he?
Who?
Oh, Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
That's
Fuck.
so hard.
Fuck.
His name is Michael. in
Bro.
Arrested Development,
What was
right?
I even talking about?
Oh, he was one of them
Oh
on
my
Murderville.
Yes, he's the Christmas special
Oh.
guest on Murderville. It's awesome. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's also really good.
Yeah.
When I was watching in Air, I was like, I don't know why, but whenever I looked at him, I was like, that's Matt O'Halloran.
Yeah.
I was like, that guy
Yeah.
is Matt O'Halloran.
He's got the same vibe as my buddy Ben.
Oh yeah.
Strongly. Much more than he has a Matt O'Halloran vibe. I think he had a Matt O'Halloran vibe in that movie,
Yeah.
but just Jason Bateman overall.
I feel like Murderville would be so much better if it wasn't broken up into scenes. Like the way you haven't seen it, right?
No.
The way they have it set up, like
I've seen, like, a
it's
trailer
an
for it.
improv thing where like everyone's in on it except for the guest, and we've played games like this, you know. But it's like they're trying to get the guest to figure out the murder.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
thing that I don't like about the show is that they do it in actual scenes,
Yeah.
where it's like the story is like moving, so the guest kind of doesn't matter. Like I kind of wish there was just like one big set with like different rooms and
Yeah.
like, you know, and they could introduce like time jumps, be like it's now a day later or something, and like actually like get crazy, because like the way it is, like it'll start to get crazy, but then it literally cuts to a new scene. Like it kind of
Yeah.
starts to feel like a show, and I'm like, no, I want to see like Odell Beckham Jr. like have a breakdown. You know? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely could do that. Like it's kind of like a kind of decide your own journey, like
Yeah.
decide your fate. Like walk into this room. There's actors in every room.
yeah, I'm like
that would be
take
dope.
the guardrails off, like go crazy, like shoot for like a week and just watch them lose their mind trying to figure out who the murderer is.
If they, dude, that would be a much better show. But
The Rehearsal season 2.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
I want that. I want it.
Everybody's that.
Yeah,
Oh my
because like they
God.
shoot
There's
it like
a
a show
town.
too. Like they're using like like TV cameras. Like
Right.
just put GoPros on the wall. Like let it just go. Like
I know. Like
make it Jackass. Like
for real. Like throw away any time or money constraints and just fucking
yeah, put $1 billion into that show because
Yeah.
it's gonna be the biggest show of
for
all
real.
time.
You're
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be Amazon's next thing, not like Lord of the Rings show. It's
Yeah.
like, what would happen if somebody had a crazy experience?
Yeah.
Oh my
filmed it.
God. Yeah, that I just discovered that show. It came out years ago though.
Yeah,
Like 2 years ago. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that's
hope
Netflix.
they do. That's
There's
Netflix.
just shit on that.
Yeah. There's just a bunch of shit on there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's it's like the it's the second improv kind of show I've seen on Netflix though.
What's the other one? Middle Ditch.
Middleditch and Schwartz.
So amazing.
Yeah. That's great.
It's really
I've watched
good.
that wedding one like twice. It's so fucking
That's
funny.
so
Yeah.
good. And
What's-
they only have like
what's-
3 episodes.
Yeah, it's 3. What's the guy's name? Oh, Short Paul.
Yeah.
Short Paul.
dude.
Short Paul.
Ah,
And then,
yeah.
it just has so many good moments. No, I'm a ghost. I was like, I'm losing it, bro.
Yeah.
It's
I know.
Doesn't
so
the
good.
ghost officiate the wedding?
Yeah,
at the
that's
end?
the crazy. Or
Yeah.
What's crazy is he's like, I'm a ghost. And he's like, what? You can't do that, ghost. And he's like, no, I'll come back later. And then it's like, yeah, the ghost officiates the wedding. And he was the guy that Short Paul killed.
Yeah.
And they just like
Short Paul
forget
killed the
people's
guy.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He's like, but I'm
Dude.
Amanda. Who are you?
Like the crowd starts to try to help them. They're like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That one's
That's
just
so
magic.
good.
That's such a good prompt. Of we're all friends. We go to live music. It's like you guys are not friends.
yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is so good.
I rewatched. Oh, I was looking into all of the movies that are free on YouTube, of which there's some good ones. It's
Oh,
actually
for sure, yeah.
crazy.
That's yeah.
I rewatched Citizen 4, which was probably not good for me to rewatch. Have you seen it?
No, but I know it's in it.
It's the Edward Snowden
Does it
documentary.
just put you in a spiral.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
it's
I'm like,
the
I'm
worst.
I'm gonna
Of
become a
Dude,
terrorist.
it's crazy. No,
Right.
no. I'm just like now. I'm like, dude, I gotta cover up my camera on my laptop.
Oh, it just makes you paranoid.
Paranoid because it's like,
Yeah.
do you know about the documentary?
You've told me about it, yeah.
We talked
Like,
about it last
they're
week.
there.
yeah.
They are there.
Yeah.
And so I rewatched it because we were talking about it last week, and I was like, bro, it's so scary. Like there's at some point in the documentary, it's like I had to stop filming because people were following me, and then it's like months later they meet up again, and they're literally so paranoid that they're talking, but they're not saying anything important. They're writing on notes, and then they just do cutaways to what's on the notes. It's like horrifying. It's like
Yeah.
holy shit. Like 1.2 million people in America are on like the list. It's like how the fuck can there be that many people that are like on like this list of like they're gonna do some shit like that based on their internet activity? It's like I don't know, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
They also have the Sergio Leone like Western trilogy on there. Need to watch those, but those are all on there, good quality.
They're real long.
free.
I kind of
Are
want to
they?
see them in a theater because watching them at home,
Is
at
that-
some point you got to pee,
Yeah.
and then you're just like, how long can I watch these people stare at each
Are
other?
they long? 'Cause I've
They're like
seen
5 hours.
No, they're
of,
not.
of just fucking people doing this,
Yeah.
and like it's amazing, like it's
Yeah.
awesome,
'Cause I've
but it's so like
Yeah, I've seen,
drawn out. Yeah,
Once Upon a Time in the West,
Mhm.
and that was awesome. But it was very slow until the end.
right.
That's the crazy thing about that. You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Where like just the reveal. Have you seen it?
Nope.
It's crazy. Just like there's like this evil older guy, and then there's this young like cowboy dude, and he's like they have some beef, and you don't know what it is until like the very end, and then it like just does a close up on the younger guy, and he's like still old, but he's not as old. Does a close up on him, and it cuts to him when he was younger, and his dad is standing on his shoulders, and his dad is in a noose, and he plays a harmonica all the time. It's his bit. He plays a harmonica all the time. So he's got a harmonica in his mouth. He's like 17, and his dad is standing, and he's on a noose. He's hung. So if he moves, his dad dies. And then the older guy who's evil is on the other side, and he did it to him. And it doesn't reveal that until like the last duel. That's like he fucking killed his dad, and he gave him the harmonica. And it's like, holy shit, this is gonna go down. It's so cool. And the music's just awesome.
Yeah. Oh, the music in all those
So
movies is
good.
crazy. Yeah.
Damn.
So good. But yeah, shout out harmonica guy. He did it. Yeah, yeah. Henry Fonda, the guy from 12 Angry Men that was cool. He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
bad guy in it.
Damn.
He's great.
Yeah, 'cause we watched 12 Angry Men.
You guys did?
At the Edge.
That's awesome.
I saw like half of it
Pretty
in
good.
8th grade.
I love that movie.
But it's
Those
cool.
men were so angry.
Yeah,
They
that one
were.
Italian guy was real angry.
Yeah. In my like senior year of high school, I had a marketing teacher, and he would just play movies during class. We watched like the Aaron Sorkin, Michael Fassbender, Steve Jobs. We watched
love
12
that.
Angry
I love that
Men.
movie.
I do too.
Have you seen that?
What movie?
The Steve Jobs movie
Oh,
with
yeah.
Michael Fassbender?
I don't know.
Did you watch the
probably
Ashton
not.
Kutcher one?
Yeah.
Fuck. No. No.
No.
No.
Dude, it's
It-
Ashton.
No,
No.
like he's probably like
Really good.
I feel like people blame him for that movie being bad, and it's
Yeah, he
definitely
didn't do
not
it.
his fault. And I don't even know if it's bad. I haven't seen it. You've seen it.
neither.
Is it good?
I'm not a good judge. It was good. I liked it.
You watched it and you're like, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it's good. I don't know. I think people shit on that one more because the one we're talking about is
It's
like
so good.
so good.
I think it's on Netflix. Maybe.
Like every
You should
scene
watch it.
has like six quotable lines. Seth
yeah.
Rogen's
Well,
in
also,
it, plays
there's
like a
like- there's
dramatic
like-
role.
Yeah,
Really?
he plays Wozniak.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good. But
Woz.
also, then it's like 5 scenes
Right.
because it's just like 5. It's like 5.
Oh, it's like 3
launch
scenes.
of. It's like I think it's like 4 though.
The
right?
whole movie?
Yes, because it's just like different launch events.
Right.
So it's like
It's
1984, like 1990, 1993, like that, and then like 2006, and it's like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like the chaos of that, and you just understand the dynamics of everyone from that, and it's just that's the
Okay.
whole story, and it's so fucking good.
Damn.
Michael Fassbender's great. He's such a fucking shit dad. It's crazy.
he's like Tar and Michael Fassbender, Steve Jobs, same.
Yeah, I think Tar's maybe a bit worse.
Sure. Yeah. He's not like evil, but
Yeah.
like they treat people
He's definitely a piece of
similarly.
shit. Yeah.
Like the scene at the beginning of Tar where she like undresses that student for like criticizing like the way she views like people in
Yeah, he's
musical
like-
history
he's
and
like,
stuff.
I don't like Bach.
Steve Jobs in the movie we're talking about does that in every scene to
Yeah, he
every
does it to
single
that-
person
to-
in his
to-
life.
To
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Twitter be like, "He's the best today," and it was a picture of that guy of Andy. Was it Feldstein or something? Like that? And he's just the best. He's just a guy who just lays into all the time.
My favorite line in that is Andy's talking to him before the first launch, and because it's that thing where Steve Jobs is trying to get the computer.
to say
Well,
hello.
the famous takeaway from this event is that the computer was going to say hello to the audience, and
Yeah.
that was going to like launch this product. But it was right before the launch, and the computer wasn't working. And I think there was probably a way to do it, like not really, but like he wanted to do it for real.
Yeah.
And so he's making all of his programmers like fix the computer with like 20 minutes until he walks out on the stage, and the guy walks up to him he's so manic, like he's like, I need a new shirt, like you
Right,
walking, like
right.
how much money for you to trade shirts with me,
Right,
like
yeah.
he's insane, and like his like not like girlfriend, but like his like baby mama's there and like screaming at him for like not paying child support, like it's a nightmare like backstage.
Yeah.
And this programmer comes up to him and he's like, it has, I think it was like a 20% chance of working, or like it was a 1 in 6
Yeah.
chance of working. And this is my favorite line in the movie. Steve Jobs looks at him and he goes, like, you're playing Russian roulette and you've reversed the odds. So go, like, I'm giving you 20 minutes. Go try to take some more bullets out of the gun. And it's just so
and then he walks away and goes in an elevator, and then he goes like this as it's going.
I missed the best part was that he said those are your odds, and here's what I'm gonna do. You've told me that there's like a majority chance this is not gonna work. Before I do the demonstration, I'm gonna name every single programmer who worked to make this demonstration work, and they're gonna watch it fail, and they're gonna know it was your fault.
and what they do,
And what they
He's gonna
do.
say, They did this, and he
did the font.
voice.
He did
Yeah,
the- yeah.
yeah. He did the cursor. He did the typeface. It's like,
Oh my
and
God.
Andy Feldstein did the say hello, and it would be that's why it messed. Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's really
movie.
good.
That sounds pretty good. I've been yearning for some Netflix movies.
Yeah.
Because,
Watch it, bro.
It's a great
Love
Netflix
it.
watch. You just
Yeah.
put it on, and you're just like, I'm in.
Yeah, Tar is awesome.
Tar's
Tar's
good.
not
Yeah,
on.
so-
Tar's on Peacock, which is great. Peacock doesn't seem like a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny to have Tar on there, but Tar's so good.
Tar's long, right?
Very
yeah,
long.
It's like 2.5, but it's definitely takes its time.
So, all right, just give me both of you. Just give me a review, like out of 10. What did you
Tar?
think of Tar?
Like at least like 8. I don't know. I love it.
My rating is like it's great. Like I don't think you would like it. That's
I know I don't.
Yeah.
I know I would
Yeah.
like it. You know,
Yeah, it's like I liked it even more the second time, to be honest.
but
I
why?
should watch it again.
Why did you like it too? Was it just like was it entertaining or was it like shot in a cool way
Well,
or like
it looks awesome. Yeah, it's shot awesome. Like it's I don't know. It's like the thing of movies that are like just exploring an idea more than like giving answers. Where like it's talking about a very complex thing that's like very current now of like cancel culture and stuff. And it's talking about that.
It's the
in a way
only
that I think
time-
is actually interesting. You know,
Yeah.
where it's not just like pandering to either side
Right.
at all. Where it's
Okay.
interesting, where it's like it has like a scene where she's like, oh well, I mean, also the main thing of it is that she's like a predator. Pretty
She's
much.
Harvey Weinstein, but
she's
she's
Harvey
an
Weinstein, but
orchestra person.
and
not a
also
movie
it's
maker.
just
Right,
the thing
okay.
of watching it is that you're almost in denial for a lot of it because she's like it doesn't say it explicitly. It's more like slowly revealed. It's also part of it's just like she's a woman, like she's a lesbian and she's doing it to women, but it's just the thing of like you don't think of it's a male thing to do.
right?
So you're like, oh shit, like so that's like it already gets you into it in an interesting way where you kind of don't believe that's what happened, but it is. But it like there's an interesting stuff like there's a scene where she like tears down a music student because he's like I don't like Bach because Bach is like racist, and she's like you're a fucking idiot, and then like that gets out, she gets in trouble, but then it's like the same time she gets like outed for like using someone for sex, and then like once they stopped wanting to have sex with her, she's like well you're not gonna get jobs anymore, like email everyone in the field like don't hire her, she's not good to work with.
She's
Which is-
unstable.
yeah,
She's
which is what Harvey Weinstein would do, you know?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, just
where it's like
destroy
those things happen at
reputation,
like, the
yeah.
same time. So it's like it's almost like in Tar's mind, it's like they're equally as bad. Like that's like one of the more interesting things on this watch I saw, where it's like that's what cancel culture is. Where it's like someone will be like, "Oh, well, they said this and they fucked up." It's like, well, no, they fucking raped people.
Right.
Where it's like it's interesting. It plays with stuff like that. I don't know. I just liked it.
The story of it, like my enjoyment of it, didn't. I thought the story part of it that Matt was just describing was super well done.
Yeah.
Because like when I saw that it was going that way, I didn't know a lot about the movie going in.
Yeah.
I knew like random bits of information. I didn't know how to put them together. Like I had no idea what the actual
Yeah.
story was going to be. And when it started to go that way, where it was like, okay, it's Harvey Weinstein, but it's not like male stuff. Like she's like a woman, she's a lesbian, and I was like, if this doesn't go well, it's just gonna feel like a Joe Rogan hypothetical where he's like,
Yeah.
well, what if a woman did that, and it was
Yeah.
just gonna be that.
Yeah.
But it's way better than that, and so
Yeah.
that was well done. Like my enjoyment of it just came from like it's awesome to watch people do like balance on like a high wire between two buildings. Like you take like their approach to making this movie was basically, it's not documentary style, but there's like a very like he was saying, like the scenes aren't telling you like she's a villain and here's the music for when she is about to rape.
Right.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah,
Like
you never see her do anything.
right, yeah.
Is the thing, and the thing that she did to someone happened before the movie starts, and you never see the person. I mean, you never see the face of. You never see the person that she did it to ever.
So
You
it's just
hear
her
about it.
like cleaning up.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
slowly,
yeah,
but
she's-
really, that's
yeah.
not even the main thing. It's really just like it's the first like 20 minutes is like Tar is like at this level of her career where it's like she's like great. She's got an EGOT. She's everything. You know,
So Tar is the person.
Tar is her name.
Yeah.
Lydia Tar.
I
is the
would say
Oh.
it speaks to
it's-
how well
yeah.
how good the movie is that Matt is talking about her like she's a real person.
Yeah.
Like by the end of this movie, you're like, she's real.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I saw
Yeah.
her
Yeah,
like
Lydia
it's like
Tar,
I
yeah.
know her. You
But
know?
it's like
Yeah.
it's basically kind of framed like just like a day in the life kind of, or days in the life.
Yeah.
But then it's like slowly shit starts going where it's like she gets an email, oh something happened, delete email, and then it's like, but it's like very slow.
That's cool.
It was a
where
fun
it's
movie
like-
to watch with other people because
Yeah.
we could.
Well,
kind
it
of,
was fucking really fun to watch with Joey because I just especially once Joey and Issa started saying shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he was so clicked in.
yeah, like shit would happen. I'd just be like,
Yeah. Like, no, it'd be like yeah. It's literally like she just like deleted an email and Joey be like like that.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's great. It's
So
like,
an 8.
or I was saying at least. I mean, I don't really care about like maybe a 10. I don't know. It's probably like my second favorite movie of last year. You don't want me to say what number one is, Joey?
Let's move on.
You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Fableman's baby.
I give it like a, I like it's not gonna be like, it's not gonna rank anywhere on like a favorites list for
Yeah.
me. But I like you could give it an 8 or a 9. Like it's a beautiful,
awesome.
it's a beautiful like it's great to watch
Yeah.
people who really kind of know what they're doing. Like
Yeah, it's
everything
because
about
it's also
good.
yeah. I think what you're saying about it not being a Joe Rogan hypothetical is really important too, because it
Yeah.
is such a line to draw of like being
It's like the Twilight Zone.
it's not like hey, women could do it too. It's
Right,
like it's
yeah.
just being like power corrupts everyone.
Yeah.
Is the idea, and it's just like the reality of it is just that men have more positions of power, so it's like they abuse that power. It's not like necessarily a male thing necessarily, where it's like I think
Right.
that's the idea.
And there's like
exploring,
ways that it
where
can
you-
present that's male, like
Yeah.
that's male like, but
Yeah.
like
And
when
it's
when
definitely most
other people
common.
do it, like it's like
Yeah.
same thing but different color. You know, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, because and I mean, it is a male thing because of history, and it's like power dynamics don't stop. You can't just say like, but now everything's equal. Like
Yeah.
it persists, but it's like power corrupts everyone, and it kind of shows how that is, and it doesn't like. I feel like if it was just a man, it wouldn't be as much, and you know, it'd be like, who cares? Oh yeah, he did that. It would be pretty quickly. Like you
That was
would
like
get,
that Bombshell movie came out, kind of got that reaction from people. It was that movie about the Fox News guy who was
Yeah.
like raping all of his like news anchors and stuff. And like that movie came out and it was like, yeah, I kind of just like sat down and watched the movie. He told me a bunch of stuff I already knew. Whereas like this, like it had the risk of like becoming like this like Joe Rogan thing where it was just like, "Whoop, but look at it the other way." But like by doing that, it like let you look at the problem in a different way.
yeah,
which is
it's like
cool.
if you take from it that of like, oh well, women could do it too, then it's like the movie was not for you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you don't
That's
deserve
not
the
the
movie
message.
then.
It has a
It's-
really
it's
funny
more- it's
ending
much-
too.
yeah.
It's the ending is hilarious. Yeah,
It's also the whole movie is
It's
funny.
a setup.
The whole
It's
movie
a-
is funny.
like, the
too.
whole movie's a punchline.
There's
You get-
funny stuff throughout it though too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
there's scary stuff too.
Yeah.
Blair Witch. Dude.
I saw an interview that said the stream was supposed to be hers originally, but Kate Blanchett is just like 50, so it's hard for her to yell.
Yeah.
So they just put that in first, and they were gonna make her do it later, but they just never did. And Todd Field just said like it was his assistant editor just threw that in. So some kid just like Blair Witch Scream .mp3 and put it in, and they just left it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
How'd we get on Tar? What were we talking about?
you asked, right?
I just asked what you guys think, but I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, have you guys seen the movie Creep on
No.
Netflix?
I've seen Creep 2. I heard Creep 1 is awesome.
That's crazy.
I know Issa loves Creep 2. I'm surprised she hasn't talked about it with you guys.
No,
We watched Creep 2 multiple times
but
with that friend group.
no Creep 1 though.
No, because like it was just like it was something they had on. Like they're like, let's do a movie night. I show up, they're playing Creep 2. I don't know. Have you seen Creep?
No, I kind of want to though. It's it looks interesting. It's just on Netflix.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
You'd like Creep.
I think
it's
I
good.
think I would. It's like a horror comedy kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's like it's funny, but not because like there's jokes. It's funny because the people are insane. And you're just watching it
Yeah.
like this guy is like out of his mind. You know, it's like it's a like documentary style where it's like somebody's like looking to make friends on Craigslist and they meet this crazy
Yeah,
guy and
yeah,
he kills
yeah.
people. But it's like
Yeah.
really it's funny because it's so insane and
Yeah.
it's Mark Duplass who plays the creep and he's unreal in it.
I think
He's
I know
awesome.
who he is because I think I've seen his picture. I don't know his name though, but I think I know him.
Yeah, you'd know his face. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's cool. He's good.
Yeah, I want to see that movie, but I am watching that shit alone.
No,
Why
I'll
not?
tell you that much.
you could get used to
Wow.
watch Creep on a
This is
dime.
weird.
Text
Too
text
scared-
East
too
on the way home.
scared?
Be like, we're watching
Dog.
Creep. Yeah.
Kieran's too scared.
I'll
Just
fucking
shaking like
kill
a
you,
dog.
dude.
I watched Jerry Maguire on Netflix the other week while I was at work.
Nice.
I
It's fun.
love black people.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I have not.
It's great. It's Tom. It's Cameron Crowe. It's just like fun. It's like he just keeps fucking up, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the most powerful thing about it. So Jerry Maguire, is like he's like a sports agent,
Mhm.
which is kind of like, you know, he's using people. He's making money off someone else, making them keep going. You know, like
Yeah.
one of the first scenes that he some player got like his 4th concussion, and then like his son's like, "Why are you making my dad keep playing?" You know, Jerry Maguire's like, "Oh," you know. So he has like this moment of realization where he's like, "We need to treat people right." And he,
The guy in Air that yells at Matt Damon on the phone. If the movie was about him, it would be Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Like that's
that's how he starts, and then
Okay.
he writes a manifesto.
But it's Tom Cruise, so it's
Yeah.
sick.
Oh,
It's awesome.
Yeah.
okay.
He writes a
I like Tom
manifesto that's like
Cruise.
we need to treat everyone right, and then
Mm.
he puts that in, and everyone's like, yeah, and then,
And then he
it's
gets
like
fired,
he gets
right?
fired like instantly, because like we can't do that. But then it's like one worker who is attracted to him, like goes with him, like she's some accountant. It's like, I'll go with you, Jerry. He said,
Yeah.
"Who's with me?" And everyone's like, "No, we like working." And then he just has like one client that's a Cuba Gooding Jr. It's his only client. Yeah. And then he has a romance with the girl, and she's like a single mom. And at one point, Jerry Maguire just likes the kid more than her. And it's crazy, too, because I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, the movie does it well, where I was like, I love that kid, though. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care about her as much. But the kid's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. I
Damn.
watched Searching. It's not on Netflix, but that was good.
Mhm. Did you see
Yeah.
There's a new movie with like. This,
Yeah, Missing.
Yeah.
It's like
Are they
by the
connected?
same producers, but like I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's like, and it was her friend. I don't think it's like that.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? You heard about it though, right?
We don't need
It's-
to talk about
it's-
Searching.
It's good though. It's that movie where it's,
It's
on
a
a computer.
movie. It's a screen recording of a computer. It's
It's really good though.
Yeah.
yeah, it's good, but
It's really good.
Yeah, we don't. we
It's
don't
really
need to
good.
go
You
there.
you like it?
Kieran,
I believe you.
2024 presidential predictions. We're coming up. Republican
Trump.
primary is in January. We're coming up.
Trump gets it.
Well, yeah. Who the fuck? Who
Trump,
else is
or
there?
for Republicans?
No, for anyone else.
Well,
Trump and
Joe Biden's busy in being in Ireland.
Nikki Haley, who worked in
Right.
Trump's, she was part of the Trump team, but she's running as Republican 'cause she's like, I'm a lady and I don't have the baggage of Trump, so maybe they'll go for me.
Isn't she though? She worked with him.
Like
not
you could make that argument, but like
everything,
Pence is thinking of it too, because like
Yeah.
they're like we were trying to be the good guys, but like they weren't. You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Pence can't be president, dude.
No, he's such a goof. He's such a wiener.
Remember? They were all
Like,
gonna kill him.
They
He can't
were.
be president.
Yeah.
All your boys are gonna kill you.
He was
dog.
like, "Mr. President, make them go away," and he was
Yeah.
like, "No."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pence can be like a tour guide in
Perish.
Washington D.C. for the rest of his life. For all I
Yeah.
can fucking care. I don't know. Why are we talking about that? This is a thing. Like I don't know what to talk about with anybody. It's either like I don't know. Do you have a mental illness that you want to talk about, or it's like movies, or it's like the president? And I have no other
The
personalities.
president.
I have no like.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. People are like philosophy. I'm like, you're a nerd, and
Yeah.
like go get
You
away
know what-
from me.
You know what I like? I've had some people talk to me about this, and it blows my mind. In the digital media department, where some kids, especially, would be like, "What do you guys want to do? Like when you graduate with this?" Like, or they'll be like, "You know, one day we can make money off of this," and it'll be like a kid who in the group project is doing nothing, and it's like, "You're a PA. What do you mean when you like do it? Just do it this summer. Like it's not like
Yep.
an impossible thing to be a PA. It's like it's tough hours a lot of time, but it's like, what do you mean like? It's like they talk about like working in like film industry on like a crew, like it's like a fucking dream. Like it's impossible. It's like
Right,
you
it's-
can go do it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
being-
not like an untouchable thing.
The dream is to be Steven Spielberg.
yeah,
Like
the dream
like,
is to not have to be like the guy who's moving something there. The dream is to be like move that there.
right. If your dream is to be a PA, it's like dreaming of being the cashier at Market Basket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or it's like, guys, we need to pay to do this. It's like, dude, you're doing nothing. Just go be a PA. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like you don't. It's not like. What do you mean when we can? Like, what are you waiting for, dude? That's just a weird thing of like, dude, you're not a kid. Like you can't be like, what are you gonna do when you grow up? It's like, dude, you're 20.
I know.
Like,
And like
like your major is what you're doing.
I hated those people since elementary school. I've hated those people.
Yeah.
Like there's always been that person that's just so, and I get like, you know, like it's okay to like wish for things and like be hopeful, but it was always the thing where people are like, well, like what if something good happened to me? It was like, no, like do it. But
Yeah.
then my life happened. And, like my whole life has just been like I'm gonna do the thing, and then like it's like 6 years later, and it's like, oh, if I count all the things on my hands, I'm gonna jump in front of a car because none of them. Things are hard to do,
Yeah.
and so it's like on
Yeah.
one hand, like it's like I kind of envy the people who are like so don't get it that like you can't even count them because like at least like they live in a little bubble that's like
What do
nice
you mean
inside.
count? What are you talking about?
Like that person who's like, what if I was a PA someday and they're like 22 years old?
Yeah.
Like they're never gonna do anything. Like unless they get like hit by a car and like their brain chemistry changes, they will literally never do a thing
Yeah.
that you'll have to
They're
care
one of those
about in
people
your
that wake
life.
up
You
and
should
speak
respect
Spanish.
them and care for them and be friends with them and whatever because they're like humans and they deserve that. But like as far as like if you look at people in terms of like competitive aspiration, like can do attitude and like can put like have like follow through in anything, those people nothing
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
and I'm starting to envy that now because I've been the opposite of that where I'm always like I'm gonna do a thing. Okay, that didn't work, I'm gonna do a smaller version of that thing. That didn't work, well let's do something more realistic or different or what, and then it's just everything like is always like blowing up,
Yeah.
like it's really like, and I get like it's on one hand like you don't want to like worship everybody who's ever done anything. It's like
Yeah.
look at the difference between you and like the coolest guy ever, Tiger Woods, James Cameron, Barack Obama, whatever. Like it's like
mean,
yeah, you're
I
not
don't-
that
I mean,
different, but
I
also
don't wanna
like
do
the
what some
fact
of
that
them did.
like yeah, I mean I want to do what Tiger Woods did, dude. That guy fucks.
Yeah. I mean, but I just don't want to do the Obama thing. Boop.
you wouldn't even want to try it.
No,
You'd be
I'm
like, who
good.
gives a shit about a Yemen?
Damn.
Yeah, I feel it the way all the time where I feel like it's like a graph or it's like a curve where it's like on this side it's like you want to do nothing, you do nothing, you're fine. On the other side it's like you want to do stuff, you do stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like in the middle of it. I want to do stuff, but I don't do shit, and then I just feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
I always want like I'm never present, but I really want to be. So like, if
What do you mean present?
Like focused on what I'm doing now. I'm always like thinking like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that later. Like it's hard for me to stay present. But then like this happened a lot.
Like it's
when I
hard
was
to
younger.
connect the things you're doing now to what you want to do later, or
That too, but more just like appreciate what I'm doing now. Where I feel like it's like as soon as I'm done with something, it's like okay, on to the next thing. Where I can't like, you know what I mean?
you're
Yeah.
not grateful.
Yeah, or I don't know. I appreciate things, but it's hard to stay focused.
Because I would say you're a pretty appreciative person. Like you're always like
Oh, yeah, I
telling
appreciate you
people
guys.
that like that you like notice them and like
Yeah,
you, like
that's probably some like deeper thing though. You know what I mean?
and we all
I
got
think it
problems.
is.
I'm
Yeah.
saying there probably is a level where that's like
Yeah.
some sort of
But
like thing, but like
yeah.
I think it's also real too. Like things can
Yeah, it
be
is.
multiple things.
But it's
Yeah.
like I feel like there's something to that where like when I was younger too, especially kids would be like, "What about the future when we're kids?" It's like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like I'm thinking about that too. I'm worried too, but I'm like, let me just like chill.
Let me play with my fucking truck, dude.
Let me just chill, or
Let me
not even
fuck
that. I'm
up.
just like we're 14. Like let me just riff right now. Let me do bits. Like you know what I mean?
No, for
Where
real.
it's more just like once somebody like presents you with it, then I'm like, no, I don't actually want to worry about it. Like just let me
Yeah.
stress out. Like that's like my dream.
Like
is
it's
that-
easier to stress than it is to take action.
Like I'm stressed out all the time about
Yeah.
the future, but then when someone's like, "What about the future?" I'm like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." You know what I mean? Where it's like, not you,
Is that like a don't help me, I got this?
probably, but also maybe it's just kind of like once I'm actually confronted with it, it's kind of like,
Yeah,
it's
you'll
chill.
deal with it when it gets there.
yeah, it's like I don't actually like it's like part of me just wants to be stressed all the time, even though I don't need to. You know,
I feel that.
part of me just feels
heavy.
comforted. Like if I just don't have any pressure on me, I just kind of freak out. So
Yeah.
part of me just like wants to be stressed. Where like even if I do everything, I'll never finish
That's
doing stuff. You know.
totally a thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
it's
that's valid as hell.
I don't know if it's valid. It's true.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like
yeah.
it's just easy
You
to
like that?
do. Well,
Are you
sometimes
stressed?
Yeah.
Because you're calm, bro. You radiate calm.
Kieran has a calm vibe.
Yeah.
I don't look at him and I'm like,
Yeah,
It's
I
not a
don't-
Zen
that
God-
guy is
yeah.
fucked
No,
up.
I don't-
it's
I don't
not a
look at-
Zen
I don't-
garden
yeah.
in his head. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
look at
it's-
you like you're like a wall and there's nothing.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? It is like, oh shit, stuff's going down. It's like you're rising up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Is that a
guess.
burden
It can be a burden.
that people are like, Kieran, what are we gonna do? Do you get that?
No. I mean, I understand the thing of like just being the chill guy who it's like, oh, I have a thing. Like, oh, he'll do it. Like, get him to do it. Like, he won't care. Get him to do it.
That's you.
Sometimes, yeah.
Damn.
I feel like people take advantage of you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not unique to me. I mean,
Yeah, people just do
But-
that shit.
yeah,
It's your life. That is unique. I mean, other people have it, but it's you. It's the dog.
it is the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Life is hard, but yeah, I don't know. Just gotta breathe and shit.
Yeah, which is like the worst part. Just gotta keep breathing all the time. Jesus.
Fucking breathing.
That's
Especially
that's
like,
me.
stuff
You,
in there.
that's like my version of you're fasting. Like, guys, I've been breathing for days. Should I just stop for that?
God, give me a break.
I have to
Damn.
breathe again today.
Shake's gotta like wake you up. Like you're purple again. Like,
Oh my god. Damn. Guys, we have it good.
Do we?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we do.
we have a bad.
I don't know. I mean, I think we all have different levels of having it. You know,
What is it?
life. Life is it. The hardships of life is it. You know,
Yeah, and life's gonna be really hard for me. So
why?
I don't know.
You're Kieran, bro. You got
Oh
this.
yeah, I forgot,
You're
dude.
handsome. You're young.
All right,
you're
all
white.
right, all right.
You're a
all right,
man.
All right.
You're good, bro. You're
Yeah, you just gotta do stuff. You just can't
You're
not
ready,
do
dude.
stuff.
Anything you choose, you can do it, bro.
All right. Okay.
Seriously. If I'm in an office and I'm an executive and I see Kieran coming, I'm like, yo, you want to hang out? Like, let's go get lunch. You're in a promotion. That'll happen.
But that's the problem, though. Like I
What's
was
the
at
pro- what do
this,
you mean that's the
I was
problem?
at this moving company last summer,
Yeah.
and I was becoming friendly with way too many of those fucking people. Those
Yeah.
people are crazy. Those people were all like, "Yeah, this moving job. Like, I hope I'm here for the rest of my life. This money's great. I love like sweating through all my clothes and working 12 hours a day. It's awesome."
Yeah.
And yeah,
But
and,
good
like,
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
Well, it's
Well-
just like I'm like yeah, like I'll like, you know, if like I'll get their number or something, like maybe we'll hang out or something, but it's just I know that I'm a
Not that.
student and I'm going like I'm not relying on this
Yeah.
to feed my children. I don't
Yeah.
have any children.
But that's your power, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want to do in any workplace, then you could succeed. I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Technically.
What do you mean, maybe? Dude?
Technically. I
I'll
don't
be like
know.
a marine biologist or some shit, bro. They'll be like, yo, send Kieran down there. Scuba.
Send Kieran down there. He just immediately can breathe
Yeah,
underwater.
yeah, send Kieran down there. He's on the sea floor.
Right. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. But you wouldn't say it.
Just be bubbles.
Just have a handful of sand. That's
God.
what you want, right?
They're all up there like,
Whoa, Kieran, nice find.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
About what? About you? I've said my piece.
No, you don't.
Right?
Yeah.
yeah, we could put a good supercut together of like Matt encouraging Kieran throughout these 23
I mean, he needs it, bro.
It'll be long.
It'll be the length of an episode.
Sometimes Kieran will say some bullshit about himself. It literally makes me rage.
Yeah. He's a good friend.
Like, I'm gonna fucking beat you the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Kieran. It's nice to tell Kieran to shut up because he's already like kind of quiet.
Dude.
So it's like,
He's just
stop.
sitting there hanging out. You're like, hey, stop that. He's
Don't
like,
even start. I've had enough. Like that.
You guys are too much.
Too much.
Shut up, Kieran. Turn that off. Unplug.
He just crushes it in his hand.
He should do that too.
It's true.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was thinking. I was watching. It's Always Sunny. I feel like we're kind of like that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're
I can't put any of us on any of them.
you're Charlie.
My cousin says I'm Charlie.
You
Fuck
are
you.
right.
No.
You're Charlie. You're Charlie. You're Mac, and I'm Dennis. Right?
I do see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, "That's us, dude."
Micah is D.
Yeah.
True.
Mike is D.
Because he's a woman.
And Issa's Frank.
Issa is Frank.
There you go.
Damn.
That's it.
That's actually Yeah,
You guys are on for Halloween this year?
Yeah.
dude. I think the closest comparison there is probably Issa and Frank.
I think you're like Charlie. I mean, you're much smarter than you're not like a fuck. You don't huff paint and you can read. But you know what I mean.
He's me at my rawest form.
Yeah.
He's me. Me as an amoeba is Charlie.
There's definitely something. There's some connective tissue there.
Yeah. My cousin tells me that like once a year. He'll be like, "You remind me so much of Charlie." It's like one of like the one shows that like he watches consistently, and it's always just like because like there was this episode where he just like he'll I'm not gonna do too much background, but he'll be like, I was watching this episode and like Charlie just came in, he just like had a whole movie written, and he was like, and I was just watching it like everybody else was laughing, but I was just like, Joey's done that to me. Like this is just real.
He
That's
sees you so
funny.
much you can't laugh at the show anymore. It's like, guys, it's not funny. It's
Guys, I know we could go find that guy.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
yeah.
Oh my god. Well, that's kind of on you, Joe,
Yeah.
to have done that.
Out of them, I do aspire to Charlie more than everybody else because he's like, he's having a good time when it's time to have a good time, and he's having a hard time. Like he's a good. I think he's centered, even though
For
he's insane.
sure.
Yeah.
Because like,
Totally.
because what's the Dee's brother's character's name?
Dennis.
Dennis is like, he's having a good time for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
you
Dennis
know?
is evil.
Yeah.
But I feel like I kind of have that. Of
Charlie's
Dennis.
like chaotic
Where-
good.
where
Dennis is like,
Dennis is like mischievous.
Yeah.
He's like thinking all the time.
Mhm.
I feel like that's kind of like me.
Mm.
Schemer. Or he's a schemer for sure.
no, I
I'm a
think.
schemer.
Wait, who?
Dennis.
Who's Dennis again?
Me.
But who in the show?
Glenn Howerton.
Who's?
Mm.
I think you're Mac.
No, he's Mac.
Who's Charlie? Me.
You're Charlie.
Fuck. There's somebody else, isn't there?
No, that's all.
No.
That's everybody.
You think he's Mac?
Yes. Then you think you're Mac?
There's not another one.
No, there's not another one. I mean,
Mm.
you don't think you know what I mean?
I could.
If
be
you had to be
Mac.
one, you'd be like Mac.
I totally could be Mac.
Yeah. What do you think about me being Dennis?
I think you guys are switched. I think he's Dennis and you're Mac.
I don't think so.
He could never do that dance. I've never seen Kieran bust a move in his life.
Dennis is the one that dances. I'm just saying about like
The shirtless dance?
oh no, that's him. Never mind.
That's Mac. You guys are
But
switched.
he could do that. I couldn't do that.
You could do that.
No, I was just thinking about like the episode with when they make it like a gay bar and Dennis is serving and he's like turning around, he like doing spins and shit. I could do that.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's always sunny. I always see they have a really successful podcast going on right
Yeah,
now.
I've
And
listened to it
they
a couple
do-
times. It's good.
Yeah.
Because that's like one of those rewatch ones, right?
Hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they
So many of
rewatch
those.
it. I don't know. I saw a TikTok because they do live shows,
Yeah.
which like it was just a clip of their live show and it looked like it was going nuts.
Yeah.
Like, how are they so like successful?
Yeah.
Like, they're just years after their show. They're like, let's make a podcast,
And it's still
then they
going.
yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like people love it.
That's crazy because they're the only ones that are doing that. All the other rewatch ones are like, we were on the show
And now
Yeah,
15
we're
years
having a
ago.
hard
Yeah,
time
and
getting
now,
anything
now we
else
have no
going.
careers.
Yeah,
we're gonna do this.
like the Office Ladies,
Yeah.
which I've never heard it, but Issa listens to it all the time. She says it sucks.
And there's other ones that
Yeah,
people do.
I've checked out like a lot of. Well, there's a Smallville one which I watched like an episode of.
There's a Ned C. Classified
Yeah,
one.
Right.
I watched the first like 5 minutes of that one, and the first thing they say is crazy because Ned says, "Oh yeah, I'm growing out my beard because we're gonna go back and finish Rust, the movie that where fucking Alec Baldwin killed the lady."
Oh,
and he just drops that at the start. I was like, "What the fuck? You can't just say like you're part of that production. Like keep that hush, bro."
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing he says, and they just move on, which is like crazy. But yeah, it's funny that Always Sunny is just doing it while they still have a show. The only clip I've seen that that stood out, I thought was funny when Charlie Day was saying they should have kept the show 4-3 and low quality.
He's like
He's right.
played piano on the podcast before, and he's good, and it's so insane to me.
Yeah.
Like that is what I aspire to be, just like randomly good at piano. Like
Dude,
we just like go
yeah,
to a
that's
Jordan's
you.
Furniture, and I'm just like.
I know.
You
To be good at piano and then play it off as if you're bad, but
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like that, yeah.
But
That's
in a way
awesome.
that's not like, oh, he's doing this to make us think, like there's no, like when I see him do that, I'm not like, oh, he's like secretly an asshole. I'm just
Right.
like, this is just something he did for a summer and like it's still with him somehow, you know,
Right.
and it makes me like him. It's good.
for real.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's only a few shows that have done that kind of like show or like I don't know, book or some kind of inspiration show podcast. And that's
All
that's-
forms.
yeah.
We should do a rewatch podcast of these.
No.
Guys, this episode was crazy, guys. Remember when Kieran said that? Yeah. But we do in like 20 years.
But that would be good if we did it in 20 years.
Yeah.
I would do that for sure. I would not do it now.
Yeah.
I'd give me a heart attack. Yeah.
It would be terrible.
It would be 5:30. 5:30, the 5:03.
3:05?
rewatch.
Dude.
We do it in Florida when we all retire.
Yeah, that's good. That's better.
Mr. 305.
That's actually really clever. You got it. 3 or 5, the 503 rewatch podcast. And guys, episode 22 with DOD. This was a good one, and we got DOD on, and he's old too.
Guys, we're coming to you from Tampa.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be cool.
yeah.
He's like zooming in from a different part of Florida. Everybody's there.
It's Florida.
yeah.
Damn.
What are we at?
141.
Uh-oh.
Beautiful.
We're back on our bullshit. We're getting long ones out.
I
Last episode,
know.
2 hours. I missed this.
I honestly, I thought we were only at like an hour or something.
Yeah, me too. But it's flying by. We're
Yeah.
having fun.
It felt long, and then it felt short again. Like I thought I tricked myself by thinking it was long. Because
Yeah.
I feel like early I was like, we're at an hour, and I was like, no way, we're at an hour. And
Yeah.
then so when you did that, I was like, I'm lost. I
Yeah.
don't know where we are.
It's hard to guess the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's life, you know what I mean? What am I? Am I 20 or am I 5? I don't know.
Yeah, how much time do I have
Um,
left? Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's at some point in this episode I farted. I don't know if the mics picked it up, but I did.
I didn't pick it up with my nose, which
I did. I was worried about it. It was while I laughed.
my ears.
So, I
been
mean, that kind of
fucking-
pins it down.
Oh, I laughed so hard I farted the other night. Nicole, our friend Nicole, she got DM'd by a fake Zayn Malik account that was like it was like 0 followers, 0 following, and the profile picture wasn't it wasn't Zayn Malik's profile picture. It was a screenshot of Zayn Malik's Instagram profile, and he was like, "Hey, it's me, Zayn. Like, you look so cool. Like, I just want to be friends with you." And she was telling that story, and we were in like some other girl's apartment who I don't really know that well, and it made me laugh so hard I just farted on her couch. I was like, "Get me out of here, dude!
Cool.
Get me the fuck out of here!"
Damn.
I haven't gotten many bot DMs recently. I used to get some that would be like I'm a sugar mommy. Do you want me to do that? And I just like message them, and then and then they'll be like, what's your PayPal or something? And I'll be like, no, I just want to like talk or something. And they're like, no. Like it's
Yeah,
funny when you
yeah.
can tell there's a real dude behind there,
Yeah.
and he just is like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, no, but what's like going on? Like,
Yeah.
they just stop. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Scammers are always good to talk to, though.
Yeah,
You
Did I
know,
tell you about that time I got
but it's
scammed?
kind of bad to talk to.
No.
What happened?
Oh, a dating app.
Yeah.
on a dating app.
Yeah.
Out
'Cause-
of money?
yeah. Because
Oh,
I matched with this.
They got money from you?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
They got me. They got me for real.
Let's hear it.
Because I matched with this girl. I think it was Hinge, and like she hits me up, sounding like a bot. Like, my cat needs surgery. Can I have money?
Right.
And I was like, this is hilarious. I'm gonna send something like funny, and it turned out a little mean. I didn't know that at the time. I was like, I'm gonna send something, screenshot, send to my friends. Unmatch. That was my plan. But I sent it, and I forget what it was, but it was mean. It was like not. Probably not even that
Fuck your
funny.
cat.
It was just me like off the cuff, just be like, "Yeah, your cat deserves that," or like something like
Yeah,
tough. And then, she replied back like hurt. Like I'm just like really in a tough spot. Like it was an insane thing to do for me to ask that, but like I get why you're saying that. Blah blah blah. But it just made her sound like a real person. So I was like, Oh, fuck. Like it's immediate like regret. And so
Yeah.
I sent her the $20 on Venmo, and then like 40 minutes after that, the response that she sent me the first time that sounded like a bot just like got sent again, like regenerate, and I was like, it was a scam. Like the
Oh
scam
my
was so
God.
good that there was like an apologetic, like sad
Yeah.
response,
Oh
and
my
it just got me.
God.
And that's how I know when I'm 80. Like I'm not gonna like I'm gonna get those phone calls and be like, you owe the IRS $800,000.
Your
Oh my
grandson is
God.
with us.
Yeah. That happened to
That's-
my grandma.
Yeah. I think you talked about
Like
that.
as a younger woman, my grandpa was a truck driver, like union guy, so he would be like out like all day, and she got a scary one where they called him like, we have your husband and we need the ransom money, and they put him on the phone and it sounded like him,
Holy shit.
and they were like, we're beating the shit out of him, we need you to send us money. She's got crazy
So-
stories. No, not
Okay.
not that.
Did she
Right.
send the
Medford
money?
Medford people.
Oh.
I don't
Medford
think
Mafia.
I think she
you know
just,
them well.
like they told her
it was
like
Kieran's grandfather that did it.
it honestly could have been like
Doing prank calls. I said your husband.
I think they said like don't call the cops or we'll kill him, and she just called the cops anyway. And then he just showed up at home and she was like, you're alive, and he was like, yeah.
That's awesome.
But they got her.
Yeah.
She used to like buy stuff off TV like for a low limited price of $19.99. Buy this shit you don't need. She would buy all that shit like.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
if like they were probably just like, all right, they live in Medford, like get a guy that like vaguely sounds like a Medford guy on the phone, and we'll get her. And they got her so good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my friend Lily got scammed once. She works at this mental health like I don't know, they run like mental health like social media accounts. It's in Cambridge, and one day she got a text from a number that wasn't her boss, but it was like some other number, and it was like, hey, it's your boss, Brendan. I need you to go to the grocery store and get one of each like gift card and get $100 on each gift card. And she was just like, okay, and she did it. And she got like over $500 worth of like gift cards, but using like the company card. And then she like was instructed to leave them somewhere in her building, and she did that. And then someone just took them.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
I used to sell stuff on eBay a little bit, and I got one of those. And it was like I want to get this camera. I was selling a camera. They're like, I want to get this camera, but I want to like make it a present. Can you wrap it like a present? I was like, yeah, of course, sure, whatever. They're like, can you put like a gift card in there? Like I'll send you like the amount, but like I don't want it to come to me first. Like you just wrap it, put the gift card in there, whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I like get to the CVS, and I'm like picking up gift cards, and the lady at the counter was like, you know it's a scam, right? And I was like, what? And she was like, you buying that for somebody on the internet? And I was like, she was like, yeah, you're getting fucking scammed. And so I just sent the guy
Damn,
an
how
email.
could she
Awesome.
tell?
It's just it was a common thing, I guess, at the
You
time.
just came in, you're like, gift card?
Yeah.
Well, because it wasn't that I was buying a
Yeah.
gift card; it was that I was holding like 3 like gift cards of like the same amount. She was like, "I've seen this
Yeah.
twice this week." Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then I mean I haven't heard any personal stories about this, but I saw TikTok. I mean, you guys have probably heard about it. Just people using AI, just using like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm Micah. I'm
Yeah.
tied to the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Hang up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that shit's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, and like having evidence in court is gonna be huge.
I know.
Like I feel like
And-
the only way out is to have like a blue check mark for like everything,
Yeah.
every
For
security
real.
camera company, every like video you take on their phone has to be some sort of like metadata like verification to make sure it's real. 'Cause,
Exactly.
like it's gonna be like within 6 months, like video evidence is gonna be out the window, like unusable.
Yeah.
Totally. And it's like, yeah, it's like it brings about the thing of like, should I even start scamming people with AI, or are they gonna crack down on it too soon?
I'd say.
What am I gonna do in this situation?
I'd say err on the side of caution. Don't do it.
I would say live a little,
Okay. Angel Devil.
get some bands up.
One time I almost got scammed, but they didn't get me. but it was a Snapchat bot. And I was like, I'll just talk to them.
Yeah.
And it was 7 a.m. I was waiting until like 5 a.m. and shit.
Yeah.
And then they just they're like, send me a picture of your dick. I was like, no, I'm good. And I just kept sending pictures of my face, and then they just put together like a collection of it's like my face and then pictures of dicks, and they're like, we're gonna send this to people,
Yeah.
and say that you did this, and which is like the thing they do.
How is the dick?
It didn't look like mine. It was like much tanner than I am. Is the thing. But it's the thing. They've done that to dudes and they've killed themselves.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They do it to like teenagers and they'll kill themselves because it's like, we're gonna send this to
my
your fucking family.
God.
And it's
Jesus.
like there's been like at least I've seen like 2 like 16-year-old dudes that have killed themselves because of it. And it happened to me when I was like 17, and then they sent it to a group chat. Oh no, it was this summer, and it happened, and it made a group chat of just like a couple of girls that I follow on Instagram, like fucking most of the people from 410 were in it. And I was just like, hey, that's not real. And then Annabelle was the only one that opened it. She's like, yeah, I can tell. Like that's like that's not your skin color.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, like that's
That's so.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
that was
It's like that is
fun.
not Matt's leg.
That was,
Wait,
yeah.
so-
That was the same day I saw Brian Wilson. I did that at 7 a.m. I had to see Brian Wilson in like 4 hours.
Wait, so the 2 other people, they like you just heard about it? It wasn't people you knew.
No, oh yeah, I've seen it like on the news.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
not like people I know. Yeah, but it's like a thing because it's like you don't want to be like just that you're sending your dick out, but that's what I wasn't. There's not a picture of my penis anywhere.
There's a couple. Like,
No.
a couple floating around.
No.
Just 1 or 2.
No. So that was like it was like stressful, I guess. But then I was kind of had to think about like who does a fuck?
I dated a girl in high school and her mom saw my dick pics.
How was that?
Tough.
Did she like
She's-
sit
Well,
you down?
she's in trouble then. Oh, I mean, you're both in
that's
trouble.
Get her-
true.
yeah.
Well, you're both in trouble because the thing of if you're a kid and you're
Dude,
sending dick
name
pics, then
drop her.
that's still illegal too.
Right.
Distribution is illegal even if you're a kid.
What was did she like have it and she was like, look at this? Or like,
That would be
No,
crazy.
she never talked to me about it, but she talked to my mom. It was a
oh,
bummer. She came to my
damn.
house and sat with my mom on the steps.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, you gotta handle that.
And you're like, Mom, I just want to send dick pics and buy gift cards for people online. Like,
Oh my
watch-
god.
like let me do this. Let me do this, Mom.
So I live my life.
Yeah. I just want to sell stuff on eBay.
That's so tough. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, my mom never caught me scamming anyone, but that's because I don't scam people a lot.
We didn't say that we're scamming people.
Yeah, my mom's kind of
Scammer.
A rat. Is
Yes.
she a rat?
yes.
She ratted you out. She ratted you out to the Medford Mafia.
Nah, dude. They'd have her head.
Kieran, we have your mother's head.
There was a thing last week though that there was like some Russian mafia thing in Medford though. Like
Yeah.
some guy living in a house and like, he wasn't paying to be there and I don't know.
Squatters' rights.
For real.
It was like, this is now property of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
The Russians
This
are
is
just
Russia.
like sending
Yeah.
squatters like all across America.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Just the
god.
land area of Russia gets bigger for America. This is Russia.
Yeah. You look at like a globe and there's just like little specks of
Yeah,
red.
they just take Oklahoma though. Like, they don't do spots.
They could
just
fucking have it.
spread.
I bet the
Oh
Native
my
Americans
God.
would get along with the Ruskies.
Surely.
They both don't like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love them though.
yeah.
Those guys are cool.
This a wrap?
Out with a whimper. It's okay. But it's all bang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All bang.
But that's how it goes. That's life. You know what I mean? You never know. Just let it flow, dude. You know what I mean? Woo, let it flow. Like time.
Do you guys want to know you're dying when you die?
yeah.
Well, like right. How soon before? That's the real question. Because I mean, I feel like it's like a couple minutes is less worrisome than like 2 hours. Because if I have 2
You
hours,
got 5 minutes.
yeah, that'd be better. Because then it's like, okay, I'll call someone. But if I have like 2 hours, like what movie do I watch You know,
Oh,
like,
true.
I'm not-
Netflix won't load.
ah,
Too many people are
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Ah!
No, I couldn't. I'm not listening to any music. I'm not watching a movie.
dude, I'd probably only be listening. I would just be jamming. You know what I mean?
I'm riding it out raw.
I
Damn.
just choose one song to listen to. Like I was listening to "Never Change" by Jay-Z on loop today. I just put that on. Never change. I just do that for 2 hours straight.
The
before I
drool
die.
is coming out.
Yeah, just out hustling, same clothes for days. Never change, still stuck on my ways. I just die like that. But that'd be a good life, you know? That'd be a good death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I can get into it.
I want to like hear a song like through the window, like a car passing by. I'd be like, I did love that song.
Maybe I put on that
Yeah.
song "Over My Head," Cable Car.
Yeah.
I put that on for Joey.
R.I.P. my brother.
I never knew. I'd send you a screenshot of me listening to it. I'm like, Joey, I'm gonna die. I'm listening to this.
But like the phone's been deactivated. I've been dead for years.
Oh yeah, yeah. I never knew.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I never knew. I
Praise
never
God hits.
knew. I never knew. I didn't know
Yeah.
that before your editing project, which I love so much.
These kids.
Goddamn.
I'm trying to do more stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like better.
that's
And
good though.
The better
Well,
is
I feel
what's
like-
making me not is making it slow.
Well, we need to get like $1 million and make that an actual thing with an actual monkey.
Yeah.
Like reshoot all of it.
Yeah.
Like that would work if you just recreate like almost everything.
Hmm.
That'd be pretty cool. Is
Yeah.
there anything you're working on or you're thinking of working on in particular? Or just like more, just like video?
You mean like small editing things, or like
Oh no, like that, like
actually shoot
exact
stuff?
like song compilation
Yeah.
with video over it. Like some
Yeah.
of it from other things, some of it I
Yeah.
shot.
I have like 3 ideas for like just editing projects that I want to do, but I've just had them for like 2 years. I just never have the motivation. I just get so discouraged easily with editing. Like I'll be editing something and then I just can't fetch like the audio for a minute. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
What?
That's how it is.
I'll do it in a couple months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rage I feel when I'm doing something on the computer and I'm watching a YouTube tutorial and they're just like, just do this, and I do that and it doesn't work. Like the rage full on. Like
Yeah.
I could kill
Ridiculous.
if anybody is in the room. I could literally
Yeah.
hurt them. Like it's very bad.
Yeah.
And I can't
Relatable.
stop. I can't close the computer. I'm like, I have to just muscle through this.
Yeah.
I thought ChatGPT was going to save me because I can just be like, how do I do this in Google Drive? And it'll basically be right most of the time. But it even happened with that the other day. I was like trying to do this in, it was in Microsoft Word. It wasn't even in like Adobe. I was like, how do I change the page? Like, how do I get like like, how do I change I want to print like something this size. Like, how do I change it? And it just told me to do a thing. And I was like, the button you're describing does not exist. And it was like, too bad. And I was like, like full heart attack.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dude. ChatGPT is great. I have to
love
write
it.
papers for this one class.
Don't admit
Shit.
shame. Stop, Kieran.
I didn't
Cut
say
that
anything.
mic. Yourself.
Cut that mic. Kieran doesn't do. Kieran loves writing essays.
Yeah.
He's really good at it.
And that's it. That's all I had to say actually. I love writing.
Kieran's a great writer. I mean, I
I'm
think
obsessed
you
with the process, you know.
Yeah, Kieran is
Just
all
like-
about the iterative
just the
process.
Just sitting down, taking a breath,
First draft, taking
flexing the
going
fingers
out,
a little bit,
yeah, going
getting
back.
ready.
draft 2, revision, feedback. Yeah.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Draft 3, 5 a.m.
3:30 a.m.
That's-
DraftKings.
That's what I'm gonna do tonight. I do that for my paper.
Dog, just give it to me. I'll whip
Yeah.
that shit right up.
The Kieran draft.
Kind of a whiz when it comes to
Yeah, that's what they say in
writing.
Medford. So this dude's pretty good. Get him. He does good bets too.
Dude, I'm gonna just give all the bets to ChatGPT. He's like, who do you think's gonna win the game? And be like, I'm an AI software. I don't know. And be like,
Yeah.
What do you
It'll be like, I'm
think?
not allowed to say that, but I think that's you know.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah. Boom. Episode 23. And you have to do you say your last thing, then you snap. That's what you do.
Yeah. Yes.